We're live.
I.
Are you Alpha from Power Rangers?
Aye.
Oh, when's that coming out?
Oh yeah, the Rangers Forever? I don't know. I saw the trailer for it. It looks pretty cool.
If you've ever wanted to see all of your favorite Power Rangers with dad bods.
Oh yeah, I want to see like dad bods and spandex, man. Like
Wait,
I want to see some like rotund
see,
motherfuckers throwing roundhouse kicks.
That is the biggest crime because they have dad bod stand-ins when they morph. But then again, I guess it is morphing, right?
Yeah. Metamorphosis.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding down, getting sideways, getting ready for LinuxGameCast Weekly. We had a riveting pre-Super Shows in where we fixed the email server. And
so it's very different. Sometimes it's like movie reviews. Sometimes it's like hot debates. Sometimes it's just like, we have to fix a mail server. How do we do this?
let's learn a new thing. By our powers combined. Then we discuss programming. Riveting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Particularly fitting considering, the whole Linux thing.
Yeah, you can't use Linux if you're not a programmer, right? It's impossible.
You gotta install like 3 Linux, man. Live in Linux, live on Linux. There we go. Boom. Tweet. Comcast does hate you. Comcast hates everyone. That's their default state, though.
Yeah, they're just like an entity of pure congealed hate.
I mean, yeah, that's your starter thing with Comcast. They're like, fuck you.
Yeah, when you call them, they're like, "Thank you for calling Comcast. Go fuck yourself," and then like a high pitched like screech, like nails on chalkboard. Please hold.
Oh man, probably
Like just-
not too far off, man, from reality.
Just fax
right?
machine noises.
Oh man,
I want to set that up as on hold music.
fax machines.
or like modem noises, or like,
Oh,
yeah.
you know what? Then you're just gonna be. Then you get to play it off though, man. Somebody's like, "Can you put me back on hold?" I was really digging that.
Yeah.
Hello, Jill.
Oh man, error, nothing found. So what are we talking about tonight? Millions of Steam Decks, Windows, gaming, portable,
Sort of.
action, Quake.
Yeah, Valve has taken some questionable action about some reviews.
Right?
Well,
A little bit.
the moderators that...
Deputized by Valve, like
Right.
if you're like
Yeah.
that yeah, you can. They're the ones holding the leash ultimately.
Yeah.
If
I
I
don't
were a
know.
Pokemon, he'd be like the evil Professor Oak card that like makes you tear up your
Is
hands.
there any Pokemon made out of licorice? That'd be that one.
Fucking probably. I don't know. I haven't played Gen 9 yet, so. It's been 6 months and they still haven't fixed performance? I don't think they're gonna do it.
Oh man, there's no like Pokeball Z.
I wonder though if they're gonna be like, oh yeah, the expansion, pay us another $80 or another $80 for this season pass, and then we'll fix your
Wait a
fucking
minute.
game.
You're not Pokemon Pulse Off, man. You're the Ark developers.
Yeah.
Ark Survival Evolved. I think they even backtracked on it a little bit. They were like, we're going to release this new game with all the fixes in it and all the DLC we said we were going to give you, and it's $60. Buckos.
I don't know, North Ranger. I think I'd be like a Tyranitar or something, or like a Snorlax, where I want to be a Snorlax. I just want to like take a nap in the middle of the road, and then it's everyone else's problem.
I mean, valid strut.
Have to send some kid halfway around the world to find a fucking flute?
Yeah. You gotta play me my favorite song if you want me to wake up and like allow traffic to get through. Fuck you.
I don't know. Like, what I know about the Pokemon world is like, that's a rough childhood, dude.
Yeah, you
It's like, get out there.
get kicked out of the house at 10 years old and go and fend for yourself.
Yeah, go
Also fight
battle
some
monsters in
criminals.
the woods. Fuck you.
Seems legit. Action. That shouldn't be too bad. Should be a good show. Should be. Nicolas Cage movie comes out. Is that?
Renfield?
Yeah.
Nice. I do want to see that. It looks really
Yeah, I
good,
kind of want to
actually.
see that. I've been debating, like, do I want to go check it out maybe Monday or Tuesday? Or Banana
Yeah, it's
Muffin.
like, you could have sold me on Nicolas Cage's Dracula, and it's, no, Nicolas Cage's Dracula, and he's torturing some fucking, some random kid in therapy. It's like, okay, well,
All right.
you had me in the first half, now he's like, shit.
Banana muffins. I guess that's the thing. That's like little bits of banana bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banana muffins.
Like when you want to eat the entire loaf, but kind of psych yourself out.
This has been the Exercise and Willpower Week. I do want to give a shout out to Wasteline, which is a neat little open source app on F-Droid
Okay.
that will do your macro tracking and not send your data to random people for them to sell it.
Good.
Well, that's no fun. I want to like randomize or just emails random people.
What you call
Right.
it? Wasteland?
Wasteline. It's on F-Droid. It has like a price scanner and it's hooked up to a database. The problem is apparently the one guy who did all the scans for Canada is in Quebec, so all my shit is in French.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give that a try.
Yeah.
And probably get Nori off of the one she's currently using, which is one of the
My
sends
fitness
your
pal or
data to
something.
all manner of weird places. It's like, no. Remember what it's
There is a little more like upkeep where you have to like manually input the data, but like it's pretty simple. Quebec.
Quebec. That's where all the cues live. The French
sorry,
cues.
I need a log line. Sacre bleu, Quebec.
Sacre
There we
Q.
go. Tabernacle. Wah. Yeah. Come after me, Quebec. Come on. just the entire landmass of Quebec.
And Canadian geese are not a joke, like at all.
No, they're not. They're back now. They've returned from their exile and they're pissed.
Just take it over other lands.
Yeah. They're like the raiders from Conan the Barbarian, right? The Vanir. They just go from place to place and just ruin it, shit everywhere, and then leave.
I really like F-Droid. There's really like one thing I install with F-Droid, and that's Attaway. It's kind of like it.
F-Droid, you know, there's some hidden gems in F-Droid. You got to go looking for it. But like a lot of the times, if you're just like, I just need a simple app for something. Like I was going on the Play Store. It's like I need a level. I'm just gonna install a level app. And
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like no ads and blah blah blah. Go on F-Droid. Like yeah, level. It hooks into the accelerometer. You just all right.
I think usually like my discovery path for something on F-Droid is like I'll see an open source app on GitHub or something, whatever I'm led to. Then I'll find out it's on F-Droid. Then I'm like, oh, I have F-Droid. I can do this.
Yeah.
Man, shit like that's bad for your circulation. Don't wear shit like that. Unless they're loose.
the programmer socks, yeah.
I developed barefoot because I'm a sicko. I kind of just stopped wearing socks after a while. Like, definitely since moving here, I think I've put on a pair of socks like maybe twice.
I gotta wear socks. I mean, I say that without socks on right now, but I got my like floppy pull things on.
Like flip-flops or like slippers or something.
Yeah. These things.
Clogs.
There you go. The NS66.
Oh,
that's the one I've been using.
that is a
instead
venerable
of,
pair of
Attaway.
flip-flops. I know that plastic flicking.
Yeah, it's too much work. Oh, dude, if I was going to wear sandals and shit like that, fuck yeah, I'd wear socks. Well,
Crocs with socks, baby.
hell yeah. Just because I know it will upset somebody. Not for any other reason. I'm not a big
you just go
person.
into Tesco's and you see someone wearing Crocs with socks. And
I've read that Dr. Seuss book.
I hear Crocs with socks, and I think cows with guns.
and a bunch of people who are clearly in their pajamas because they couldn't be asked to get dressed to go into Tesco's. It's like, okay, all right, cool.
Okay, even when,
do you dress up to go to Tesco? Do you make sure you get like a nice shirt on?
Here's the thing,
I just put on, street clothes. I don't go in my pajamas.
That was like a social faux pas 20 years ago.
Yeah, pre-pandemic.
Just like back when I was in graduate school, because you would see that. You would see like that one person like, oh my, Becky. Now, you don't even blink at it.
Yeah.
No.
Like, at the end of the day, who fucking cares, right?
So I was like, I'm living my best life.
Yeah, wear whatever the fuck you want. Just make sure you have like face and hair coverings if you're handling people's food. That's kind of it. Angel hair pasta with actual hair. with the chef's name is Angel. So
Hell.
Come on, man. People want to eat out of food trucks too.
That's true.
I don't know, man. Like those goth Crocs. I was like, I'd wear those with the spikes on them.
Goth Crocs.
Yeah.
Goth Crocs. Yeah, okay. All right. they got little studs in the holes. Sure. Yeah. not very breathable, but, no one's going to step on your feet.
I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with that.
I like the little chains around it too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, with the safety pins, yeah.
How about cowboy Crocs?
$8.
Cowboy Crocs, yes! Yes! 7-Eleven Slurpee Crocs.
Crocs?
KFC Crocs.
Yeah.
Croc mufflers, if your feet are too fucking loud.
Oh shit, I'd wear these. Lucky Charms Crocs?
My feet are magically the bridal sequin. Yeah. Tactical Crocs. They got a little pouch on them.
Yeah,
Oh my
they do.
god. Croc spurs.
Croc gloves?
High-heeled Crocs. Dog Crocs.
All right,
Prehistoric
now we're just into
shark poop. Nicolas Cage. I kind
No
of do want that
shame,
lawn
Ken.
sculpture.
Yeah,
I want that on my lawn.
I want the ducks.
Yeah, this is why it's also dangerous to browse Etsy. You're like, that is remarkably reasonable.
Assault Crocs. I'm just saying, man. I've never bought Crocs. I don't have any hatred towards them in any way. I would just get a pair of slippers.
I have
and wear 'em.
flip flops. That's it. I just have the flip flops.
Yeah, it's not like I wear them outside of the house, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they might go like 15 meters out of the house if I'm like walking the dog or like taking out the trash or
go
something.
to the
but,
mailbox.
like, yeah. To the curb and back, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Crocs and socks. Yeah, whatever. Like, if that's your jam, go for it. Like, I won't even blink an eye. I won't even notice.
I remember when like people were giving shit for like, oh, you're wearing sweatpants in public. Ugh.
I don't think I would notice.
Like, yeah, well, and
Sweatpants, no.
like, why are you looking at people's pants? I guess is like my follow up question is like, yeah,
You know why, Jordan?
it's them gray sweatpants. It's summertime. The boys out in the gray sweatpants.
How about homemade shorts from sweatpants?
Homemade sweatpant shorts. Yeah. Homemade sweatpant booty shorts.
Yeah, the booty shorts made from old jeans that are starting to fray just a little too much. It's like, I didn't need to see that much.
I have the legs to pull those off now, so.
That was the, they were talking about that on DBZ Abridged, where they're going to put like Juicy on Vegeta's shirt and all the different things. There were a couple of ones where it was like, yeah, we wanted to get cum slut on there.
I still find Dumb Cumster hilarious.
What is, oh, it's a GIF. That's why it doesn't make sense. Oh.
On something,
I guess.
Yeah. Booty shorts.
I mean, like everything
Game
was
day
a
we wear
off.
blue. There we go.
like, look at the regular walk around wear for short length for dudes in like the 70s.
Yeah, it was the jogging shorts. Yeah,
Those things were high, man.
yeah, they're basically booty shorts.
Yeah, I'm around too many like sharp and hot things that like I like my pants.
Pants are okay. I only wear them when I
I like
YouTube.
jeans. Give me jeans and I'll be okay.
I don't like blue jeans. I've never liked
I
blue
can't-
jeans.
I have a hard time finding like good pants now.
Mm.
Swole people problems.
Jeans.
Trying to find the pants for the big legs and the tiny waist.
I got a big, thick legs and thick waist. This is
You just gotta get the big and tall.
yeah, but those are also like $300 a pair, man. It's rough.
$300 for a pair of jeans is a bit much.
Here's
I
the-
got 2 pair of pants from the big and tall store, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear these until they fall apart.
Oh. How about spandex?
I do like spandex like underwear.
I know that existed.
Yeah,
Alright.
I like it. It's like a sports bra for your nuts. Keeps it all like lockdown.
Alright. Do they get like fishnet spandex?
Maybe.
Just so you can breathe.
No.
Okay, let's go to Google Translate.
No. It's nothing but good, man. It's got the happy face emoji in it.
I like Crocs. Crocs Gaski. Yeah.
Desky.
Gaski.
Gusky. I guess Desky would be I love Crocs. Yeah.
Yes. More like.
I started
That's
watching like a little bit of this YouTube couple that has taken up because there's a bunch of like abandoned or uninhabited houses in several islands on Japan in the countryside. And like you can rent them out for like $300 a year. And they were struggling, man. Because we're talking like old school houses, like sliding wall type shit.
Yeah.
It's so cold. Like, yeah, winter.
Yeah, those walls don't insulate much, do they? The thing YouTube's been recommending me is like
paneling.
Filipino knife fighting tutorials.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've watched like 3 videos by this guy. He's just like explaining how like like knife defense drills are entirely useless because like you can basically just kind of move the knife anywhere, and like if there's like you'll get cut, right? Like so like the guy's talking about like how like, oh yeah, this is great in jujitsu and Krav Maga and whatever, but like in reality, if someone's coming at you with a knife, like you cannot defend against that unless
Right.
you have like a shield or
Baseball bat
yeah. You need something with longer reach.
with a nail in it.
Yeah.
Just one.
One day they'll invent a board with the nails so big it will destroy them all.
That's the yeah, if somebody comes at you with a knife, run.
Yeah, that's what the guy is saying. He's because he had like a bunch of these like jujitsu guys. Like, yeah, just try and block me. Like, nope, and like you can see the jujitsu guy getting like really frustrated. And he's just like, nope, every time he just gets nicked.
Yeah, knifey cutty.
Yeah, knifey cutty. So yeah, so now I'm like, do I really want to get into Filipino martial arts? Maybe. I want to learn how to sword fight like a badass.
I don't know, man. I haven't. What's been on the YouTube lately? Mine's all like classic engineering and recording techniques. Pretty much what you would expect. Nothing cool like that.
Yeah, I don't even know where these recommendations started coming from. It's just like, hey, you want to learn about knife fighting? Yes, I do.
I just stick with my poo stick.
Yeah.
Lathes are cool if you find anybody dumb enough to let you play with one.
I mean, no one is surprised by that, Patrick. That is literally your personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just watch like educational
that is several
stuff.
people's personality.
Is there any like series or anything I watch on YouTube? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's tech and like audio engineering stuff these days. That's boring.
I subscribed to a channel recently. He does the Villainipedia and the NPCpedia, and it just talks about like characters in video games.
Mm.
And he's relatively entertaining. So, let's see if I can find the channel.
I got on a video game retrospective kick for like a couple of weeks until I realized that it is no one is physically capable of providing a retrospective without, at some point during that retrospective, giving their hot take of what needs to be improved on a 13-year-old game and
Of course.
how they need to fix it.
Yeah, now that we're into hour 15 of this series, now
So let me
that
tell you
I've
all
got
the
you in this far, here are my hot
problems with it.
takes.
And I'm like, come on, man, you were doing so good.
Yeah,
It's-
Ghost Charm. He does the character, like, going into all the lore and everything about the one character.
Mm.
Oh, you know what? Ahoy doesn't do that.
Retro Ahoy.
Yeah, Retro Ahoy. When he does the retrospectives, he does a pretty good job of like there's clearly a narrative he's going for, but like
Right.
it's not like too like editorial.
Yeah, it definitely sticks with the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still music related. There's a Canadian guy who repairs guitars that I watch his channel. It's like 2 Ford. And he's some young kid. Not kid, but I mean, he's like 30 something, but it's interesting to watch. I don't know why
yeah.
I find that interesting, but I'm like, yeah.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
watch it.
guitar. I think honestly the big reason I got into instruments is because I like taking them apart and putting them back together.
Mine, it boils down to I suck at woodworking, period. And I have no experience in it. Like, so it's fascinating. What? Oh, anime. And that
People
lore
moving
exists.
to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that, yeah.
And don't the actual Japanese people hate that shit?
Hmm? What, you mean non-Japanese people?
Yes. Well, I mean, yes in general, but also more specifically, anime fans. It like you know there's a big hatred umbrella, but you know we can there are like columns underneath that we can narrow down and drill down.
Japan's a fucking fascinating place, man. I mean, you deal with like everything in Japan has a mascot, which is kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Like the town council's like road cleaning mascot.
I wonder if there's like a Paris effect thing with Japan, because like there's like all these Japanese people go to Paris like expecting some like revelation or like some transformative experience. There's like, no, you're just going to another city full of French people, right? Like I wonder if people like romanticize and mythologize Japan to the point where like they pick up their lives and move there, and it's like, oh, this is kind of just like living anywhere else.
Yeah, Japan, I definitely would say try before you buy on that. And I don't mean like go to a tourist place. Like go out to like Osaka or some shit and hang out for a couple of weeks.
Isn't Osaka a pretty touristy place?
Well, I mean, every place is going to have like a main note. Do what Pedro would like you to do. Go out in the fucking sticks. Make sure you have like Google Translate with you.
Yeah. And just type the thing you want, show the phone to the person. It's like that. Can you give me that?
I straight up did that in Finland. I'm like, I went up to someone and I'm like, I'm not going to even bother trying to pronounce this, especially because I'm trying to talk with someone over the phone. Hold on. Excuse me, sir, what is this word? Thank you. That place. Thank you.
That is pronounced Bork. Bork.
Yeah, right? Like,
You see the umlaut.
the umlaut. If it has an umlaut, it's just pronounced Bork. That's it. That's the rule. Doesn't matter what other letters are in there. It's just Bork.
It gets double hard when you get into the numbers, man.
Yeah. They all. Bork plus Bork is Bork. Bork times Bork is Bork.
It's Mark
The square
Lawler
root
gets
of
shit on
Bork
him.
is Bork.
We're all called Mark Lawler. Doesn't that get confusing? No. Mark Lawler. Yes?
It's like, hey, Marklar. Yeah? See? It's fine.
All right. Leaky boy.
So leaky. Coughing up stuff, too. It's fun.
Ooh. Well, at least you know you're on the mend.
Yeah, this is the tail end of it.
Yeah,
but
that is like
week was
I've
rough.
won.
Yeah. Borku.
That's such a Steve thing to bring up.
The interior of Papua New Guinea.
Yeah. What are they like these voice messages?
Those
Their
are the
Discord's new voice
messages.
message. You don't have to type anymore.
Oh, okay.
And then no one will hear what you said because no one's gonna fucking click on it.
Right.
No.
Yeah, that needs like auto translate. Like anybody clicking
Yeah,
on that shit.
TTS or something. Yeah.
I've seen that JPEG of the when diarrhea strikes so many times over the past 3 months.
Where will you be when the acid hits?
So here's one to think about. No, we do like file formats, and you say JPEG, you're like, oh yeah, it was a JPEG. Do you think like another standard eventually will overtake that in the common vernacular, like WebP or?
Or so you think JPEG has been like Kleenex sized?
Yeah, like is that the Kleenex now?
Yeah, I think like if you're talking about an animated thing, it's probably a GIF. Some people refer to pings. Pings imply transparency, though. I think, or PNGs.
That's usually the big difference. Yeah.
yeah.
But what?
Unless you want to talk
I
about
think-
32-bit maps.
Yeah, because you don't really refer to like bitmap.bmp files or whatever, right? Like it's usually JPEGs or pings or GIFs.
Targas,
Yeah,
TGAs, baby. We're
Yeah,
bringing it back.
Neverwinter Nights used to default to TGA screenshots. That's how I learned what a TGA was. Thanks, Neverwinter Nights.
SVG scalable vectors.
Hey man, when I'm looking for like, I have a folder for like LGC produced videos. It's just called transparent common shit. Always go for the SVGs.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
scalable.
Yeah.
Or I'll make my own if I gotta scale it with a Inkscape because it does bitmap tracing. That's the one thing I know how to do without having to look. Usually not without having to look up again how to do it every time.
Did we ever have one of those for video formats though, like AVI or MKV or MP4 or?
Oh, like SVG?
Oh no, I meant just as sort of like a generic term for like the file format, or people will just say video file. Because like for music, people will call it an MP3, right? Like even if it's like a FLAC or whatever, like MP3 is kind of like the generic Kleenex size term for a music file.
Yeah, man. We all say RVBs.
RVNBs, yeah.
Real media, boy!
An MP4 or an MPEG. Or I'd say MPEG. If you were going to get like most common, like the highest frequency, probably.
Yeah, but generally like MPEG is definitely the format, but like it's always in a container like an AVI or a MKV or something.
Matroska,
Yeah.
Move,
I think
FLV.
probably
Yeah.
MP4s is the one you see the most, just because they're everywhere.
Yeah, I guess MP4 or MOV, depending if you're on like iOS.
Yeah.
MP4 is the super common container that you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people say when they say MP4. They don't have fuck all idea. Like, I can put anything inside of fucking MP4.
MP5s, yeah, MP5 is different. That goes brap brap brap. That's a different type of file format.
They don't think you're old. They just think you pirate shit. And you're
No,
dyslexic.
I bought DivX DVDs, man. I was a legit consumer.
Well, I mean, that's where Xvid comes from.
Yeah. I remember back in my early pirating days, I'm like, what do you mean I need to install a video codec? What the fuck is this shit? Why can't I just run it on my computer?
Thank you, VLC, for getting me away from the real player.
Yeah.
Dude, like, that was the most common vector I would run into when somebody would bring me some jacked up laptop in like the mid-aughts. Like, hey man, this thing doesn't boot right. And of course they would have like 6 not MP3, but 6 video codec downloader things.
Yeah, the community codec pack.
From like
DivX had their
.cx.ru.
standalone thing, yeah.
The K-Lite Kodak pack.
Yeah, K-Lite.
Fortunately, yeah, VLC has saved a lot of people.
Yes. I remember when I first discovered VLC, I was like, oh my god, this is... Thank you, Traffic Cone. Oh my god, it's Santa Cone now. What the fuck?
The traffic code is like, oh, I can play all the videos, including the old RMVB ones.
And they could play your DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you needed to, at least on Fedora, you needed to set up the libna repository for libdvd CSS, because that was kept separate from RPM Fusion for legal reasons.
And it reminds your ass when it's December, right?
Yep. It's Santa Traffic Cone.
Right. Oh, it's that time of the year.
Yeah. And now we have Alan, the safety wizard, protecting us all with the power of passing out.
He co-signed for our sins.
Mm-hmm. In space, no one can hear you in space.
Alan? So
Yeah.
quick, someone tag Mr. Aller.
I mean, we're talking about him. Yeah, he's the safety wizard.
Yeah, like Linux distributions have always been dodgy with like what codecs they would and would not. And I'm like, well, and I understand it from like, we just don't want to deal with it, even though like nobody's really ever going to say anything about it. But like, we just want to eliminate that possibility.
Right. No one does until they do, and then it's like, oh fuck. It's like we got smacked with that with the VAPI thing in Mesa, right? Like they had to remove a bunch of the codecs. Like it happens, right? Like,
right.
Of course, now RPM Fusion does, in fact, offer the free world alternatives which restore hardware acceleration.
Of course, because like there's the implicit understanding that Fedora's like, well, we're removing this, and RPM Fusion's like, no, we're not.
No, the thing was, when they first announced that, the RPM Fusion people was like, I mean, I suppose technically we could host the free world packages which re-enable it, but I'm not so sure we want to. And less than a month later, there they are.
Yeah, and thus everyone disabled. We've created this new project, RPM Fusion, and we're moving over to this, boys.
That's how it rolls, man. That's 100% how it rolls.
Like, look at what happened with Freenode. It's like, oh,
Poof.
Freenode guys are being an asshole. Well, if only we could set up a new IRC server.
Yeah. What are the latest metrics on Freenode, man?
Bots. It's all bots all the time,
Bots all
baby.
the way down.
AstroTurf the shit out of it, see if people go back to see what's up.
Yeah, I would imagine that is the majority of the Freenode traffic, is people just logging into Freenode and being like, people still around? No? All right.
That just goes to show, like, there's no way you will ever be able to kill off IRC completely.
Yeah.
All right. Aw.
Old tricky.
That's another way to make sure I never click on something. Yeah. I think we're good. I think I've fished out all of our weirdness going on. Good.
You need claps.
No, we're good on that.
All right.
That saved my ass last week on Sunday when I was editing because I had to fish the video from the live stream. And I had that clap. It was real easy to sync because I just ran the beginning of the show through the door that morning. And we stitched it together. I saw Tomcat's got some new videos on.
Yeah. I was showing that to Lonnie and her friends.
Oh no!
I believe her action was, "What the Oakville shit is this?"
Did you like drop a backstory, or are you just like, "Hey, check this out"?
Yeah, so for her, I gave the backstory. For her friend, I did not. I just fucking raw dogged him.
That's a lot to process. You're like,
it is, and it's like, this guy lives in our province. You could run into him theoretically.
Is this parody? Like, no.
No, this is earnest. He's I mean, shit, he's still got those two same Asian ladies in the video. I guess he pays them well, or they're like long-term poly or something. I don't know.
All right. Oh, let's do our stretches and let's get into it.
Oh.
I don't know, man. Like, I must have slept wrong or something. Like, I don't got a crook in my neck. It's like in the dead center of my back, so it only hurts when I move.
Oh, is it like right in like the middle?
Yeah, like right below the little thing.
Yeah, right in the rhomboid. That's a bitch too to get, like,
motherfucker.
Yeah, the thing I find that gets that, if you can find like a vertical or a horizontal post or something, if you like hang back like this, that stretches that out good.
All right. Yeah, let's go. There we go. Oh yeah, right. I need to make sure you record. You're being watched, OBS.
Big brother is watching you.
You're on my naughty list. All right. Is it recording? Allegedly. Hey everyone, welcome back to Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Ben Stone here at LGC Actual, switching the bits in our little Linux-powered studio, joined every week by the man up north. That is one Jordan Huang. You know him, you love him. You might get enough of him. You never know, man.
Most people have had their fill of me.
I don't know, man. Pedro Mateus, staying up late past his bedtime on the Isle of Britannia. Together with you, Shot Realm Dynamic, watching us live here on Twitch, helping us for him. Cocaine Voltron. 2 Canes, best Canes. I was just waiting for something to break that entire intro. I'm like,
It's
last
happen,
week,
right?
if you joined in the live show last week, it wasn't just a dumpster fire for 4 hours, man. It was challenging. By the end of the show, I was switching the show with a mouse. Just click, click, click.
Listen, it's been 10 years and things can still go wrong in new and exciting ways.
No kidding. What's up? What's new? Go back Wednesday if you want to hear or listen to the pre super shows and you want to hear my adventure of trying to watch Dragon Ball Superheroes legally and pay them money to watch it and like all the hoops I jumped through. I ended up watching it. For those of you at home who've seen it, man, I'm just gonna say Bulma, man.
Okay.
They didn't have no business. They didn't have no right giving Bulma that dump truck.
Mm.
It's brought up during the movie
superhero.
Too.
Yeah. I was like, I saw your note in the show notes. I'm like, is there like some kind of new SSH client that I don't know about? Or are you like
I realize that now that you've said it.
Watching
Yeah,
DBZ over SSH.
Yeah, like I thought it was like, oh, you had to like set up some proxy or something. I'm just like, I've been waiting for like 2 days to figure out like what the fuck DBZ SSH is. I'm like, oh, that makes a terrifying amount of sense. Fuck.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. DBZ over SSH live. Tune in the pre-show if you want to listen to that. We solved all kinds of like weird problems and things along those lines, including fixing email. How about you, Jordan? Anything new in croc technology?
No new croc developments. I'm working on my alligator cannon, but you'll all get that inflicted on you later in the summer. No, it's just been a lot of working this week. I got back from vacation and it's like, hey, we didn't do anything the previous week, so now you have 2 weeks of work to do in 1 week. So I got to blitz through that. While I'm also at the start of my diet, so I'm just like super undercaloried and in a great mood all the time. Yeah, it's fun. You
found a good app though.
I did. Waistline on F-Droid. If you're looking for a macro calorie counter app that is like completely offline, it does have some integration for like a food database, so you can like scan barcodes if you don't want to like manually punch in all the nutritional information for your food, which you can also still do. But yeah, if you don't want, if you just want like a local one that doesn't like send your information anywhere, Waistline on F-Droid.
All right, right up.
The really tiny wires. The F stands for fuck. It's fuck droid.
Pedro, what is the latest and greatest in APB this week?
That's the thing. I got a little bit annoyed at APB.
They finally ban you. Oh, did you find like one weird ass side edge issue? Then you're like, you're dead to me.
No, not really. It's still the same
unplayable.
issues. That game has been swirling the proverbial drain for about 10 years. And the issues is they're still the same. It's the cheaters are rampant and the matchmaking is completely fucked.
Now, when
so
you say
you'll have
cheaters are rampant, are we talking like Tarkov level? Like where you're the only one not cheating?
There's the etiquette to follow if you can detect the other cheaters.
I don't know if I'm the only one not cheating, but they are rampant and they're very overt and they don't get banned. But I'm still I'm like good enough that I can just put up a fight, but the cheaters is like, okay, that guy's cheating, so I don't even care. It's the matchmaking that matches like fresh off the tutorial people against me, or matching me against the people who have been playing that game for the past 10 years. Not necessarily cheating, but they're just that good and I don't even stand a chance. It's like, can I get someone who's like, you know, in the mid-range, kind of like me, please? So
no.
I spent Friday evening, instead of playing APB, I got Insane and 4x4 Evo 2 working on with Lutris. It's like, oh, okay, I could just play these old games instead. That's cool. So that's what I did.
Sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What does the horse play?
The horse is playing Dragon Ball Z over SSH. Its port number is over 9,000. It's the Steam. Well, you know whose power level is over 3 million? It's the Steam Deck. It's from omedia.tech.informa.com. That's a URL. So we have discovered that according to their research,
first one of the night.
Yep. According to their research, the Steam Deck has moved approximately 3 million units after being for sale for what, like the past 2 years now. In the interest of comparison, what year and change? Yeah. So what was February? So it's like a year and a half. To put it into perspective, after about 2 years of GA, the Xbox. The newest Xbox sold about 26 million units by end of 2022. I don't want to talk about the Switch numbers because we want to compare apples to Origins, not Origins, not apples to.
Hey man, I looked them up for you. Don't worry.
Okay, sure. Of course the Switch has dominated that. It's like the best-selling console of all time. Yeah, let's compare apples to oranges, not blue whales. And I mean, you can also like walk into any drugstore and walk out with an Xbox. So the Steam Deck's availability and like distribution channels were always going to hamstring it, but like 3 million is still respectable as a result of like you had to wait several weeks after ordering it, at least from the initial outset.
I mean, you did. I mean, they're difficult to get hold to. And like, here's the whole thing, though. Like, I said, I dare say, dedicated handhelds just for gaming have always been kind of a niche thing, as opposed to like a multi-purpose device. And I think Andrew in our show notes, that's something you can do if you're a patron. What's devices with Jellos? What's Jellos? That was a question for
Jellyfish OS. I don't know.
He's like, they can be the best devices with Jellos. I'm not sure if the Steam Deck is niche, unless the Switch is also niche.
Yeah, the Switch is the third best-selling console, and the second best-selling console is the 3DS, which is also a handheld.
GLOS, just enough Linux OS.
Okay. So, here's the deck is a bit more versatile than like even a Switch when you think about it, because you can do a lot more with it. I know you can do homebrew and all that other, if you got the right version of the deck, not deck, Switch. Mm-hmm. But I looked up the numbers. The Switch sold 2.74 million units. Now, the first year it was out. The first 3 months it was out. Yeah. Here's the other thing, though. This speaks to the popularity of the Steam Deck. It's $100 more than the Switch. Mm-hmm. Like for the base unit, the one that you like, maybe I want to get that one. I'm going to get the better
64 gigs of internal eMMC storage.
Yeah.
It's a glorified SD card.
What do you think, Pedro?
3 million's not bad, especially considering it's a new platform from someone who previously, when they tried to do the hardware thing, it didn't go so well, did it, Valve? But no, I look forward, because this is all, speculation. We don't know the numbers because Valve doesn't share the numbers. So they're basically extrapolating from existing sales and comparing like week to week. Okay, this game was second place in the most sold, and this company said that they sold this many on Steam.
It was how they reverse engineered like it based on Elden Ring sales, right? We talked about this a while ago.
And it's basically, okay, so if Valve is sorting that list via the amount of money that they got from the sales of that thing, then they can extrapolate how many decks were sold. So they're saying by the end of 2023, there'll be over 3 million decks sold, which, cool. That's very good to see. But yeah, no, it's as a handheld, you either have a Nintendo badge on the back or...
Yeah, like I gotta wonder how many units that new Zelda game and the new Mario game just shipped automatically just because of the inbuilt market for that. And it's the only place you can play those games, right? Like, so no, again, it's not a direct comparison. You can't, yeah.
So I think, what was it, last week, maybe after the show, Asus. Was it Asus that showed off their like prototype? It was April Fool's thing, and I've seen a couple of other videos being made. Like, this is going to compete with the Steam Deck. Which I forget who it was earlier this week brought it up in our Discord, and I'm like, not unless it's $399, I don't. I mean, this is where the Steam Deck, $100 more than a Switch, but you can do a lot more than the Switch. It's the smaller boutique. Who's the company? Neo. They make those Windows deals. And those things are like $700, $800, $900, man. So I think that's the price is really a strong point with the Steam Deck. Now, to both of you, wouldn't you have thought by a year later we would have seen some OEM, like somebody would be making, we have Steam Deck at home that runs SteamOS?
That would have required Valve to release SteamOS, though. I think that is the main
for the Steam Deck, the Hollow ISO exists.
Yeah, Hollow ISO is a community project that reverse engineers it. Which, I mean, by all means, they could have been like, oh yeah, well we'll do that. I know like a bunch of articles have brought up that like guys like Aya or the Ambernick or the other handheld PC manufacturers, they're in talks with Valve to have like Valve directly support the OS, which like if you're making a product and you're not it's running software, right? Like you're ultimately on the hook for that. Letting Valve handle that, as we're doing that for all of Linux gaming now, I think is probably the financially smart move for these companies. They could roll their own Linux, but then they got to like worry about the hardware support. They got to worry about the bugs, security updates, all that crap.
I just thought by now you'd be able to get one off the shelf, because Valve was really big on like, hey, we want other people to make these.
That they did say that, but yeah, no, everyone's been just like, can you just release the ISO for SteamOS 3, please? And they don't want to.
and to Pedro's point, right? Like they're saying, that we want other people to release them. Remember the last time we asked people to release hardware for us? That went over swimmingly, right?
So what you're saying is Dell's hard at work on one, right?
Probably.
And Falcon Northwest.
No, they're making that controller with the
and it's
two
going to be
scroll
$1,000.
thingies.
It's going to have like an onboard like a mobile 4070 or something, and have like 3 minutes of battery life. It's going to be hilarious.
I think that when we think about it like that, though, that probably tells you how close to breaking even it is. Because I'm thinking as like if I was going to make a Steam Deck, it's like I can't make any money off that.
But like Valve is in a perfect position for that, right? Like Steam is kind of just printing money for them. They'll be fine regardless of the success or failure of the Steam Deck. So
yeah, they own Steam, so they can make the 30% of literally every game, so they can afford to take the hit on the deck.
Well,
I mean, it's what Microsoft does. It's what Sony does with being loss leaders, right? So
how about a little bit of leaked Microsoft handheld stuff that came out this week?
Yeah, that's the other one that if you were on the internet at any point this week, you probably saw that an internal hackathon that was happening at Microsoft. One of the teams was developing a gamepad style UI for Windows, and it's not official. We don't know if it'll actually become a thing yet, but the talk did have a bit of a sprint going on because of devices like the Steam Deck, and that was the driving factor for the creating a specific UI for handhelds for Windows 11, which is interesting to see Microsoft give a damn about gaming on Windows for the first time since the Xbox, the first one.
What are you talking about? Game Pass, man.
Xbox.
Game Pass for PC.
It's available on Windows too.
Well, here's the thing. I'm watching
Pass, that's the name of it.
Video that was posted on Twitter. All this is going to be in our show notes. And the many elements of the Windows UI is not optimized for handhelds. Can't we just reinstall Windows 8?
Oh yes, the tablet.
That
interface.
wasn't even optimized for tablets, and boy did they try.
Yeah, I read through a little bit of this, and they're like, yeah, we have like keyboard stuff working. We've mapped a bunch of the buttons and stuff to the controller. Which I mean, there are projects on Linux that do that too. It's pretty bare bones, but like. Give me an embrace. I don't know. I'm not sure if anything will come out of it. Maybe we'll see an Xbox handheld in the near future. It'll be the
do it
Xbox.
Streaming only like the PlayStation one that's supposedly coming,
or
Sony,
that Logitech one.
Yeah, the Logitech one.
Yeah, everyone's salivating over that guy, right? Everyone's Android, you guys.
I like to think that somebody at Logitech finally walked in and like, no.
Just slapped it out of their head. Stop it.
We're not doing this,
okay,
man.
you've had that run. You've seen how poorly it's done. Just drop it.
Dude, Windows, maybe Microsoft makes hardware, but I mean, this strikes me as like, if they do something like this, it'll end up in like the graveyard of like cool shit you find out that Microsoft made but never sold.
Well, it's like hell, even Zunes were actually a pretty good music player. You only the problem was you could only like load music through like their Zune app, and yeah, and as such it got like fucking tossed to the side. I had a friend with a Zune. It was fine. It was you could get like more storage on it for like cheaper than the equivalent iPod, right? Like
they were reasonably cheap, man. And like you had like Zune fanatics. I had a buddy, he'd bought like the Zune docking station stereo, man. Yeah. And he'd broke that I had to repair the trace on.
Yeah, like I don't know. Microsoft is like Google in that like they'll take some swings with some cool ideas and they'll be like, actually no.
Fair. All right. Something that Valve did earlier this week was kind of shocking. Well, not really.
not really, but it's still pretty shitty. So, Warlander, it's a free-to-play game. It has some suspicious anti-cheat technologies implemented, or so a review said. Stuff like it remaining on the system after you uninstall the game, performance issues, weird network hiccups, all the stuff you want out of your anti-cheat software. So, as mentioned, someone left a review. A bunch of people, 2,500 people, left thumbs up on the review saying, "Yo, this was helpful," and all of them had their accounts restricted so that they can't vote or leave reviews anymore. So according to the developers, this was not their doing. They did not request Valve to do this. Blah blah blah. They don't even have the capacity to do it. And apparently this is done via moderators. And Valve has a policy about doing this for basically any bad review that mentions anti-cheat. This is supposed to protect against review bombing or something like that. But, you know, deleting a well upvoted review based on like an actual suspicion or based on actual issues, it's not a good look for Valve.
Not even a little bit, man. Not even a little bit. And you're thinking about this, and you're like, wow. And I didn't, of course, I had to go and type it in, like, how do you become a moderator? And, you know, Valve has a very much the same policy I do about when it comes to being a moderator. Anybody who has to be a moderator will never get to be a moderator. That's not the person that you want. But, you know, the Valve will just bless you at random and be like, hey, would you like to be a moderator? That's it. That's the application process. But I was reading through the forum post, the recent ones from today. It looks like Valve, as is tradition, has reversed the bans and they're starting to roll that out. And thank you, Slashdot, for getting some eyes on that, because that made me think about this. Like, when do you think by now, just possibly, just maybe, Valve would have something like a consumer ambassador role, position, or a team at Valve? Just a customer advocate position. Just that. Someone who could monitor this stuff and take care of the fire before it ends up on Slashdot, before it's on Reddit, before it's wherever, blown up, as is tradition, a couple of days later, when Valve walks in and goes, okay, we'll fix it. You know, something that would be proactive instead of reactive, because all we know to expect from Valve is reactive. This is...
It's an interesting point you bring that up, because we were talking about that People Makes Games documentary a while ago, and they were talking about how Valve has a lot of behavior like this, where like people, like internal employees will come up with initiatives like this and be like, hey, we should create some sort of consumer advocacy. And then the tribal council at Valve shoots it down because, oh, this is not something we can fix with an engineering thing. Therefore, it's devalued, or it's not going to take a short enough time to implement that it will impact people's bonuses. So I think something about the structure of Valve really would stop something like this, which is totally necessary from existing. They have no reason to, or at least they have no real drive or desire to.
Well, I mean, it's it is necessary. About, like, they get the community to do it for them.
Mm-hmm. It is. You want a mechanism like this in place, because Valve is not going to be on top forever. It's just not. Like, something will eventually give, and you don't want to be scrambling. You know, you saw, like, we watched Valve scramble, or at least it appeared from our side of the mirror. Valve scrambled to add all these features and stuff when the Epic Store started adding features and stuff. I was like, oh, we need to add all these other things. And I'm like...
Well, they updated their Steam chat to make it all Discord-y now? Like, yeah.
A bunch of stuff just came out at one time, and like that, again, like, that's reactionary. And I know somebody else like, no, we've been working that for 9 years. And I'm like, they got greenlit all of a sudden, though, didn't it? And it got pushed out.
Someone was, and it kept getting deprioritized. Like, oh, we have one of these? Yeah, we need that now. We did that yesterday. Ugh.
It's strange, man. But yeah, customer advocacy, you know, somebody just keep an eye on stuff like this. And I think Valve's way too big to do it, but to do a person to do it, but like a team to do that, just to cruise around and not volunteers. But
someone who actually gets paid, who did an actual investment to do it right.
And give them some power to fix this stuff, not where they send off a ticket to wherever and hope and like, hey, maybe it'll get fixed. But like, no, I got you. Don't worry about it.
They should do that. I don't think, like, the soft power structure that's in place in Valve will not allow that, because that allows people with de facto authority that requires them to surrender that authority.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about some new games.
Yeah,
the one new game that actually looked very, very interesting, and big thank you to the dev for sending us some keys. Thank you very much. Photon Engineer. It's out now. It's 15% off. It is it's a puzzle game where you have to get the laser pointers to hit the thing on the wall and allow you to make progress.
Talos Principle.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
It's cell shaded Talos Principle.
Yeah, you reroute the laser beams, you get it to the right place, and yeah, it's yeah. It is native Linux, obviously, and thank you again for the keys. That's very much appreciated. Been looking forward to a new fancy puzzle game, and this looks to be interesting.
The engine's open source as well. It's C++ and OpenGL based.
That's what brought it to my attention. I'm like, yeah, man, this got a GitHub for this? Neat. I want to know, like, why has this got to be Jupyter? Like, the secrets of mysterious platforms that have just suddenly appeared near Jupyter.
I think it's a 2001 reference.
I don't know, man. 1741 latest release is out. I looked at it. It looks kind of like Portal a little bit. I'm getting those vibes from it. But yeah, Talos, it's in that vein of, Talos, Portal, and all that. But unless it's got like an overbearing psychotic robot threatening to kill me and telling me all the ways it's going to dismember my ass, I don't know.
And telling you to lie down and assume the party-going position.
Yeah.
There will be cake.
I better get some cake out of it. I don't know.
Edgeless safety cubes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Safety spheres.
Yeah. I don't know. The first time I heard edgeless safety cube, that shit like killed me. Everything must be a cube.
It is. Game updates this week. I want to start out with a game that, Jordan, you were like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was aware of like Urban Terror and stuff like that, but I had never heard about this one specifically. This is like a precursor to Counter-Strike, almost.
And we talked about it before on the show. It might have been like a year or two ago. This is Action Quake, and version 1.3 is out. It's got a couple things to play around with it. The big one from this is it no longer requires Quake 2 assets, so you didn't have to download Quake 2 and like point it at the directory or anything like that. This is just straight out of the box. And it runs, unless you're on Debian using X11, it don't launch unless you use Proton, which is kind of interesting, especially when you click start. It gives you an option for X11 or Wayland. Like, somebody put some thought into this. I don't know. Like, I thought about like maybe playing it in the after shows, but then I remembered, man, I played too much of Quake 2 in this era of shooters.
If it's not remastered by Bethesda and Night Dive, I don't want to play it.
It's completely free to play. Doesn't cost anything. What are the system requirements for Linux?
An ARM CPU. Oh, run it on a Raspberry Pi, huh?
All right. Or ARM.
Oh.
I suppose, I mean, it's the Quake 2 engine, even if it doesn't use the official assets anymore. It should work on everything.
Well, like, I wonder, does it ship with the ARM binary, like, on board? It's just like,
and all the Neverwinter Nights thing, and just put the ARM binary there.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that. They got ARM 64. Ready to go.
Dope, man. Run it on Asahi.
Yeah. No, it's Action Quake. It's between that and Warsaw. I think I played more Warsaw than anything. Not the city, the game. Warsaw.
Open source first person shooters. What have I played the most of?
Open Arena. Yeah.
A little bit of. Yeah, I always just like stuck with the OG ones, man. Like Quake 3 and Quake 2 and Doom. I never got into like the, what is it? Xenontic.
Xenontic,
yeah. I think that
Unvanquished.
Was it. Unvanquished. Tried to play a little bit of that, but yeah, you get the idea.
Tried Unvanquished and Urban Terror as well, but never stuck with them.
Oh man, but speaking of Wayland, the internet's game reviewer's new favorite benchmark.
Yeah, well, I mean, so I've seen some of the mod shit with Factorio where you can get like factories inside factories inside factories and just like bring your 16-core processor to its fucking knees. But Factorio, it's a game where you exploit and pillage the environment and build a spaceship with advanced automation. It has a new version out, 1.8.0 or 1.1.80, and neat thing, it has Wayland support now, brought to you by SDL2. So SDL2 game developers, use it. It's great. It makes shit just work under Linux and like any platform, really. Also, there's a minor memory corruption on bug on Linux that got fixed as well, so you can go back to building your crazy factories and killing all the beasts on this planet and polluting, just so much polluting.
It's one of those games. Requires a special kind of brain to enjoy, and no.
Yes, and I feel slightly above room temperature toast.
Yeah, I think there's like...
I can't.
Yeah, there are people who go hard into fucking Factorio, man.
Oh, they do. And like the game is priced, I mean, it's Steven Sausage Roll pricing. It's like $35, but they know it. They get a good game. I know about it because that is like, they'll take really complex Factorio things and they'll disable VSync and include those in like modern GPU metrics because this thing can hit hard.
Yeah, with all like the little objects on the screen at once, with like all the animations. Yeah, it's for a 2D game. There's a lot happening at one time.
All right, that's pretty neat. What do we got? Oh, one last little thing here. One last little from the fine, lovely people at Obsidian. There's an update that involves Steam or Linux. Wait, what?
The deck specifically.
Steam Deck support has been added to Grounded, and it's official too. So the game now boots, which is good. You can get into the game. That's neat. They've tuned the default graphics settings for the Steam Deck. Nice. Virtual keyboard pops up. Also a bonus. And if you're like me, you're like, what the hell was Grounded? A game from 2022, the long ago, from Xbox Game Studios. This was the, they paid some Twitch streamers to play, and that was the first and last I ever saw about it.
Well,
multiplayer,
what
is it? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, it's Honey, I Shrunk Left 4 Dead.
Okay, could be fun.
Well, I thought that too. I'm like, why aren't we playing this? And I'm like, oh, it's $40.
Yeah,
get out of here with that.
Or it's $10 a month on Game Pass. You guys,
No.
Sponsor us, Microsoft.
Yeah, there you go. You can get people to play at Microsoft. That's how you do it. I try it out, but I'm not $40. No.
No, not that curious.
No, admittedly, I like just about everything that Obsidian puts out. I tend to like. They are very much. They seem to develop games that I enjoy. Go figure. But yeah, no, the bullet points that they put for the Steam Deck on the announcement. Yes, that you need to put that somewhere very, very public for every game developer and whatever to look at and say, no, you need to do exactly that. Get the like the keyboard to automatically show up whenever someone selects a text field. Get rid of they don't have a launcher, but they have the login screen about the Xbox thing. That is a little concerning, but it's kind of inevitable when you're owned by Daddy Microsoft. I suppose if I ever do play it, I'll still have my Hotmail that I use for GitHub and Minecraft, so I can use that account.
I don't know. At the end of the day, this is nothing but a good thing. I don't care who it comes from. And for any game developer, any publishers, any studios sitting there thinking, man, like, why would I go through this trouble? Oh, that's real simple, baby. It's going to get eyes back on your game.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you can play it on the go.
You know something Valve is interested in promoting, giving a little extra traction in the store? Things that are Steam Deck compatible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They even put a little thing to on the Steam search. You can now filter by the deck status, even on the desktop version. So yeah.
You want to see that deck verified? I'm looking at you, Vangers.
I mean, yeah, you know,
it's already playable.
Drag that game from '97 into the far, far future, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next, our national nightmare is over. The wait is done. You can finally buy a 4070. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. There we go. And segment one, I have to do some cleanup on that one because I made a mic boom. Sounded like you were attacking your mic arm at the beginning. And Jordan.
Oh.
We had a couple of bong bongs. And then you had the sneezies.
Yes. It was a crapshoot between reaching for the mute and turning around. Like,
There's a shortcut for it. I can never remember what it is. Just M.
Yeah, but you need to have your mouse on the window.
The window
right?
selected,
like,
yeah.
The other option is to like go here because I can mute it in Jack, but like when I'm trying to like stop my face from exploding, there's like limited mental capacity. It's like 2 seconds to make this decision. Ah!
Oh man, we're to get some show title suggestions. You see people bang S-ing in chat, in Discord, on Twitch. That's what they're doing. You can suggest show titles during segments, and we will eventually end up picking one of them. Let's see what we got this word. DBZ, that dump truck. All right. DBZ over SSH. I like that one. Vote.linuxgamecast.com, or you can go to Twitch. No, don't go there. That's where you're at. Yeah. Vote.linuxgamecast.com. Dallas hard. Yeah. Hard like an interrupt handler. Berserker.
Would you like to making fuck?
If I start to sneeze, I go for the mute button. Like, it's not even a conscious. But I know where my mute button is, and it's on a board.
Yeah.
Physical mute button, yes. That's the annoying thing. Like, keyboards, they have all the media keys, and they have a mute button, but it's only for the output. Can we have one dedicated for the input, too, please?
You can map it to like some, well, I don't know. You probably could, man, because you could mute the ALSA device itself.
Yeah. Just change that from, instead of whatever the desktop environment defaults that key to, just change it to something else.
There's got to be a way to interact with ALSA Mixer so you can just mute it.
Mm-hmm.
I have mute.
Yeah, no, with the whole Steam Deck selling 3 million units, I looked up, okay, number 1 is the PlayStation 2, that's the best-selling all-time console. Number 2 is the Nintendo DS, not even the 3DS, just the regular DS. And number 3 is the Nintendo Switch. Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let's not compare Switch numbers to Steam Deck numbers. That is not a fair comparison at all.
It's like, yeah, the Switch came out, latter half of the 2010s, and it's already number 3 of all time.
How do I? What's the right way to phrase this? Bzz.
Yeah,
Switch
overtook.
Yep.
As it's in 3rd place.
1.2255 million consoles.
Yeah, and the only 2 that are ahead are the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2.
But like, they were still making PS2 games like well into PS3's life cycle. Yep. Like, they did not let that
PS3
die.
didn't sell very well at all.
They didn't quit making PlayStation 2s until recently.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of years ago. Like, no joke. Like,
yeah. Brazil, right? Like, they had like a Netflix DVD and shit that you could like get the Netflix app on.
And the best-selling Mega Drive or Genesis is the Brazilian variant that's still sold to this day. Go figure.
So the PS2 was still made up until the beginning of 2013. So what, 6-7 years ago. Not the PS3, not the PS4. The Emotion Engine.
Yeah. it was a solid little box for its time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it had one of those new DVD players built into it.
Yeah. Well, and they carried that forward with the PS3, right? It was the cheapest Blu-ray player you could buy.
Right.
Could do all this other shit too, yeah.
Legend of Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights. Which was actually a pretty funny movie. I liked it.
I like the movie. Yeah. That's why I watched it, because a buddy of mine was like, why do you have this? And I gave him my PlayStation. I'm like, let me have that.
Yeah.
And I went and watched it, yeah.
Yeah, those like Will Ferrell biopics were like, for a while, they were pretty good.
Yeah, now you can, I don't know, how cheap are Blu-ray? No, it's not Blu-ray, what is it, HD?
HD
Blu-ray.
DVDs.
HD DVDs were the Xbox 360.
4K Blu-ray. That is like the latest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what those cost. If I had to guess, I would say you might be able to get one for under $200. Maybe.
Microsoft went for the HD DVDs with the
Apparently you get it
360.
for like $50. Never mind.
And the PS3 went with Blu-ray, and Sony actually won that particular format war.
Yeah, I thought HD DVD was going to win because Microsoft released the external drive.
And Sony tends not to do very well with the formats that they decide to back. Like
Sony tries, so it's Sony's DNA, Pedro Mateus. They just try to make everything they possibly can proprietary if they can.
Yeah.
Like they made a proprietary version of FireWire. Did they change the spec? No, they just changed the connector and called it something different.
And the memory sticks, the memory stick Pro Duos, and memory stick
It's
Extremes.
like generations of useless bullshit. Thanks to Sony.
The Sony memory sticks are the fucking worst. I remember having to buy one. It's like, yeah, I want a 4 gig. Can I get a 4 gig or an 8 gig? Oh, the 8 gig is like $120. I'm going with the 4 gig then. I guess I'm gonna pick and choose which songs I'm keeping on my phone. Like,
It was 100 euros for an 8 gig one when I bought it for my PSP. Fuck that.
yeah, I'm glad we've all like collectively gotten on the micro SD card bandwagon.
Unless your name is Apple or Samsung.
Oh, well, that's because if you want more storage, you got to pay more money. That's like, yeah, we don't like. I would expect Samsung to be like, oh yeah, you can use we have expandable SD card storage in our new phones, but you can only use Samsung SD cards.
Thing is, like, what are they going?
Probably could.
Oh, absolutely. This is like joking, not joking, right? Like,
Yeah. Like, it's not that we don't want to.
it's just we haven't found a good way yet.
We need, I saw somebody did a demonstration of a socketed BGA chip. Like, I wonder how feasible that would
Where you
be.
could just like drop it in as
I
opposed to
mean,
having
push
to
it
glue
in, but yeah. Right, infinite storage. Yeah, net SD.
Yeah.
Yeah, web cloud
Well,
SD.
they got like Wi-Fi SD cards now, right? Like,
You didn't know about that. I remember talking
did,
to you about
yeah,
that. And you
like,
looked at me sideways, and I'm like, I've had those for years, man. It's like old.
again, like never run into them. It's like, but yeah, don't think too hard on it.
Because I spent, like, how can I misuse this, right? Like, not nefariously, but like, can I use this as data transfer somehow? Yeah, you think about like XD cards, right? Those were a thing. I don't think anything uses XD cards anymore.
I think compact flash sees more uses.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because CF was at least being like used in digital cameras.
They still are.
Yeah, the SLRs and was it the second revision of the compact flash cards? You could just slot them into the PCMCIA ports on laptops.
Oh, remember that universal PCI Express hole that used to be on laptops? That one?
Yeah. You could like plug a USB port or a Wi-Fi or whatever. Yeah.
Or a video card?
Or the hard drive.
Did they have video cards for those? Were they any good?
Did they make a video accelerator? I don't know.
Because I know what you're talking about, and you would always lose that like spacer that you had to keep in there because you're just fucking play with it all the
Recap
time.
the drugs. I mean, yeah.
PCMCIA.
Yeah, PCMCIA. That's stuck in my head. I'll never forget. Oh, fuck yeah, they made him. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Okay, well...
It's a TV card. Yeah.
Okay, and it hung out the fucker. Okay, it's not like... you can't just slot a GPU in there. It's like, no, there's the dongle involved.
Look at this, man. Like, it's crushing it. They could do 1024 by 768.
Oh my god!
Oh, then they had the display on a Go 4 meg version. Like, oh no, they made, like, straight up.
DirectX 7
They actually made them.
What the?
Man, that looks like a sex toy, don't it?
Yeah. That case, at least. That
right?
pink fuzz. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
That looks like it gave him a little something special.
yeah.
The Scenic Wonder. ZV.
Do not bend.
Uh-huh. Oh shit,
Yeah.
DVD. Oh, DVD.
Yep.
Yeah, we used to have DVD decoders. That's wild. Yeah, I still have some network ones laying around in a drawer somewhere because for some reason my head's like, hold on to these just in case.
Oh yeah, you never know when you're going to need to add Wi-Fi to a laptop, right?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I mean,
still
back
have
then we literally
USB
had no idea
things.
that, like, yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
What wasn't like tricorders existed as like, oh yeah, maybe in like 500 years we'll have something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they get a tricorder. You're like, that's kind of limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PCI
Well-
Express Card 2.0 eGPUs. Yeah, like that was such a. What I think the point stands is how versatile that port was.
Yeah, just like modularity and expandability.
And it was on everything. It was even on Macs.
But no, we Type C. Well, we could have had a nice time with Thunderbolt if Intel wasn't such a fucking ninny.
Yeah, Intel pulled a Apple. Like, you think about all the nice things we could have had if like Intel wasn't so stingy with like Thunderbolt licensing and the pricing, and you think about like
Right, yeah.
this beautiful time we could have had up until like USB 4 with FireWire if Apple hadn't have been so bullshit with the licensing on it.
That's the thing. USB 4 is compliant with Thunderbolt 3. So can we just have USB 4 on things now, please?
We just need to make it a little more fucky. It was. Do you
Because
have?
we've been writing USB 3.1 Gen 2 by 4 for how long?
It's like,
And,
oh,
like-
wait a minute. I see your problem. Wait a minute. Do you have USB 4 magenta? You're like, no, I got mine's maroon. You're like, oh no, that's not going to be
which
compatible.
cable do you have? Right?
Yeah.
Is it the charge cable?
Yeah.
Is it the data cable? Is it the like?
Is it
Man,
the
they-
1
they
gigabit
really-
per second cable? Is it the 10 gigabit per second cable? What's
They really fucked up USB Type C, man. Like I remember it's like, oh man, that connector looks cool. Oh man, and then it jams your Wi-Fi.
I got one. I got one they pulled it off the market because it nuked Wi-Fi and Apple laptops.
It was operating fast enough. The little CPU was like jamming the radio missions.
Then again, for the MacBooks, I think that's a little bit of a karmic justice because the first MacBook 16-inch one that they released, whenever it was on a Wi-Fi AP, it basically knocked every other PC that was connected to it off of the Wi-Fi.
That's just because they were. That's the problem with a bitch ass AP, man. You need to get his shit together. You know what? Here's the thing though. Like, if somebody gave me, I would love to have like one of the M1 laptops just to fuck around with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with it, but I mean, if I was on eBay and somebody was like $300 minor bloodstains, I'm like,
I mean, for like a daily driver for just like writing and stuff, like yeah, it's fine. Checking emails. I'd get like Asahi running on there, not have a working keyboard, but whatever.
yeah.
Oh no, keyboard is working. Unless you want a working touchpad, then it stops working.
Ooh. Pick your poison.
Well, I mean, I was referencing they knocked out keyboard support with the latest GPU update, and then they reverted that and got restored. So, yeah. Well,
It was someone on
early
Twitter, I
days.
can't remember who, that was running Asahi, and it's like, okay, so my touchpad wasn't working originally. I got it to work, but then the keyboard stopped working. I had to plug in a USB one. Like, oh, okay, all right. Need some work then.
But like on the flip side, it's like, yeah, we got the GPU to just fucking outperform OS 10.
Yeah.
It's like, our keyboard doesn't work. What the hell is wrong with this platform, man? When all the hard stuff is easy and the easy stuff is hard.
There we go. Now it says intermission.
Oh. Did it still say pre-show?
Pre-chosen. Oh man, I hope somebody just got up and came back. I'm like, wait, what? What happened? That's a secret. It's always pre-chosen. Yeah, I get wrecked, Crunchyroll. I am really glad that you financed the Dragon Ball movie, but you really didn't want me to give you money for it. It's a good movie, though. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you're a fan of the series, like I realize I've been watching Dragon Ball in some form for like 40 fucking years, so
It's kind of like a Doctor Who thing, right? Where it's like,
like I realize when I'm sitting like and Shenron shows up, and I'm like, oh, it's Shenron, and then spoilers, I guess.
but they summon the dragon in the Dragon Ball movie? No. How could you?
I can't tell you anything. There's like a funny scene in there, and I don't want to spoil.
All right, fair enough.
Ashi and Medperks has been a
Well, I mean, sure. If you did that for Riggedy, really, you deserve it, man.
I wonder if Apple will ever get back into server space.
Nah.
Too crowded. But I'm thinking like the M series, man. Like they would have but they'd want it all to be on their fucking platform, though.
Right, like
Yeah.
I could maybe see them partnering with like an Amazon or something like that to like
Intel.
supply data center CPUs. Yeah, they teamed up with ARM for
No,
some.
Intel sold off their server hardware this week. I think that was announced that you could get an entire, pre-built Intel, server. They've had that solution for a long time.
There was some other thing this week where like Intel and ARM are cooperating on some fab effort for like.
They've signed like a multi-generational deal to Intel's like, fuck, we got to get on this, and
we've lost. We can't make x86 work at this power envelope.
The instead of doing what Apple did was just getting perpetual license from ARM for the tech. Intel's like, we're behind. We need help. Hi, ARM, help us out too. They got like the full Surface deal.
Okay.
What's going on in the framework server?
Clippy.
People typing in all caps.
Oh, is that how people type it there?
Yeah.
Seems like a lovely bunch.
So you're trying to achieve an orgasm. Would you like some help with that?
Listen, if we're gonna do, we need Clippy should be an emoji, Unicode.
They really should have just renamed ChatGPT to Clippy 2.
Hard.
I mean, if you're going to, yeah, might as well.
Clippy 2, Clippy's Revenge.
I'm just saying, man, for our future emoticon-based language, like I think Clippy will help out.
Yeah. Would you like some help with that?
Right. Exactly.
I see you're trying to communicate in hieroglyphs.
Like you know what the fuck's up when like you're typing like, I don't understand, man. How the fuck do I get this? You just put Clippy and you're like, yes, I would, please.
Yes, please, thank you. Yeah.
Oh man, Clippy versus John Wick. You know what? I'll skip through the John Wick movie when it comes out. But like I've already watched Keanu Reeves beat people up for 3 movies. I'm not saying they're bad movies, but you know what you're gonna get when you go see John Wick.
Oh, so Jordan gets replaced with Clippy? Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm easily replaceable with the fucking helper bot. Sure.
What we need is Clippy GPT. Yeah.
ClePT. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's going to be
Clip AI.
completely possible to have, like, with computer-generated human beings and ChatGPT, it would, you wouldn't surprise me if you said we could absolutely just do the show 10 years from now just by writing a script.
Just deepfake LGC.
Yeah, like, we just write our parts in the script and we hit go and it farts it out.
There is a lot of content we could feed that particular training model, yes.
Like, the voices are easy. Pedro's kind of, well, the one I was playing around with, I just grabbed Pedro because that was like the voice track I had open in the DAW at the time. And I fed it Pedro and it wasn't having Pedro, man. Pedro's a squirrely one to nail down. I went through like 4 iterations of trying to train it. And I was like, that sounds like somebody trying to imitate Pedro. But I mean, it was attempting to do cadence too. So
Okay.
which is that it's gonna happen, right?
I think there's going to be an attempt to run at least everything once through an AI model to see what it can do.
What do you do when you run it through an AI model and you're like, shit, I wish I was that good?
Well, maybe you should consider a different career then.
Like, what do you do that and like the AI starts ad-libbing some shit? Like, man, I wish I thought of that. We do have speech to text cut on closed captioning, Strider. Now, where it gets fun is when it's able to tell who's talking.
We'll parse out what exactly we're saying.
And
A lot of
it'll
proper
sound like
nouns
Ben
it jokes
Jordan or
on.
Pedro,
Yeah.
instead of just like a string of closed captioning.
I mean, it would need, wouldn't it need, I guess you could, like, digitally, like, separate it, but, like, it would probably make more sense if, like, it received 3 different channels with 3 different text things.
It would be easy enough to do. Voices are unique enough to where I could hit it with like, all right, average frequency over like a minute of audio and like who hits what frequency in what band, and like hit it with like that frequency, whatever, boost it and kill it and post with a notch filter, and like it would be able to detect who was talking depending on what it sounded like. Now where it got squirrely is like we're all talking over each other.
Yeah, and that's where I was thinking too, is like, well, how does it pick that apart?
Then it just says Zod, and then it types in all
Kneel
caps.
before Zod!
I'd need to pick up the accent first, which still hasn't happened.
Oh dear Lord, who was it? I was watching.
What if you just tried to put on a British accent?
It would sound like really bad fake British accent.
Just do Cockney. No one will be able to call it. Like, you like dads?
Cockney, I'm uncultured.
Yeah. Ever just say that you're just from real North Scotland. No one will question it.
Not even the Scottish.
Yeah, I was like, we're in Scotland, and you just like make some guttural noises. You're like, yeah, that sounds about right. I think I know that place. I think my cousin's from there.
Yeah, writes down an address, gives you a show.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Every planet's got a north. And I'm not even going to look. I want the Doctor Who thing to be a surprise when it launches. I'm like, ah, there it is. And I wouldn't be against the Doctor Who anime.
Yeah. I think Doctor Who would work well in an animated format, because a lot of what holds it back is just like budget. How can we make this basement in Cardiff look like another planet, right? Like, once you don't have to worry about that sort of like practical considerations, I think you could do a lot more with Doctor Who.
Well, one of the reasons
Okay.
I'm excited about this upcoming one, because they've handed over all of the production to Bad Wolf. So, I mean, the quality is going to be back. You know. Oh, that's what I wanted to say about Dragon Ball. Because it was digitally animated. You know, and
Yes.
like the previous Dragon Ball movie, Broly,
Probably.
had some moments where it was like 3D animation, but they really stuck out like a sore thumb.
The same with Resurrection F and Battle of Gods. There were some bits where it's like, oh, this is bad. Why are you doing this?
And this one being completely 3D, I mean, they did. I think it was like 96% there, like where it looks good, and they don't really abuse the camera angles because you can do a lot of fun stuff with a camera in 3D. With like some of the shots, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Like one of them is like, there's no way you'd ever want to animate that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, there's a couple of spots in here like, it looks a little Dragon Ball Fighter-esque.
I mean, I don't necessarily consider that a bad thing. That game looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to pretend like Dragon Ball has ever been held up as an example of like fine animation.
Pinnacle event. Yeah, we can pull up all of like the weirdo Dragon Ball Z frames. DBZA uses a couple of good ones, like the fucking tiny headed Vegeta, or like all the Vegeta smiles are just like, yeah. Like that is someone who's gonna touch you inappropriately. Or the Krillin face.
That's something I want to check. How many frames per second was it? Did they do it at like 24 or?
Isn't most anime done at 12?
14, I think. See, all we got to do is throw some numbers up, Peter, and so
someone's gonna correct us.
They're already tapping.
Most high quality animation is animated at 12 or 8 frames a second, but like whether playback though, that's
they interpolated to 24 for NTSC probably.
All right, let me get something to drink. Well, we got a pretty short news segment now. And we will tell you why we're all going to run out and buy 4070s. Because they're so tiny. They're adorable.
You gotta get yeah, I saw that. It's like, zip! Right? And then the rest of it is just fucking, I mean, you know, I'm glad they're doing that. Like, okay, let's just drop the pretense. This is what you're actually paying for. This is the block of like aluminum on the back that keeps it cool.
That's the long boy. I want the 4070 thick boy, where it takes up like slots on both sides.
The 4070 sandwich.
When Gamers Nexus did the teardown, and they brought up that the 4070 is about the size of a 2080 because the 30s and the 40s have been getting a bit chunk.
They needed a fucking kickstand, Pedro.
The 4090 is massive. Whenever like Steve picks up the 4090, it's like, okay. Oh, Asus does the Noctua editions now, so they may have a 4070 version of it. But yeah, if you think the Founders Edition from NVIDIA is already too expensive, look up the price of the Noctua. It's the Strix price and the ROG sticker plus the Noctua overcharge on top of an already very expensive GPU. No. It looks good though, I'll admit. I don't mind the brown and beige at all. And if the card is cooler as a result, all the better. It's just that price, which doesn't seem to be going away. It was said during the intermission, Strider. But how would you measure the north of another planet? Do you measure it in relation to where north is on Earth? Or
Magnetic pole.
do all planets have a magnetic pole?
Mars doesn't.
Not every planet has a magnetosphere, but at that point, like, you need to use a different. If you don't have that, then you'll probably need to have another method of navigation, or you use a star or something, right? We're lucky because like Polaris happens to be north, but that's not like a common thing. Like we just happen to be lucky that we have a North Star that happens to align with our magnetic north. But like, yeah, that's not like a common thing in space.
Oh, all right. Mars doesn't have a magnetic field. It's mostly in the south, not the north. Oh, that's where it does have one. Yeah, Mars is all fucky. It doesn't spin. Its guts don't spin no more.
Yeah.
So let's see if I got that right.
I know
Venus doesn't either. All right.
I know in a lot of sci-fi they use like spinward or counter spinward as like a directional, like you're moving with the spin of the galaxy versus like against the spin of the galaxy.
Oh, what about gas giants?
Oh, you wouldn't be living on them though. You'd be living in orbit on like.
Don't tell me what I'm going to do.
Fine, you go fucking do it, man. Go enjoy. You live your life, man.
You know, thick enough gas density, then you could probably live.
I mean, this is a pretty good tent. I think I can do it.
Yeah. Listen, I got this rain jacket. It's fine.
I got my scuba gear.
Some poncho.
Yeah.
There was some pretty good clips from the Star Wars thing where the actor who plays the Jedi and Jedi Survivor's like, he's getting interviewed about the game. He's like, but where are the fucking ponchos? I want the ponchos. It's like, would you stop talking about the ponchos? No. You know what would make this game better? Ponchos.
Another little poncho wouldn't ponch up.
Right?
I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, if you're going to tack on to 25 mil thick fans on a video card, it's gonna be thick. Yeah, it's kind of inevitable.
I was very disappointed. Like again, Amazon. Give me an Amazon Basics 4070. I will just fucking buy it, but it's got to be the correct color scheme. And it's got to have the Amazon Basics with a smile thing on it.
It's got to be like the cheapest fucking plastic, like the glossy plastic that's fingerprint magnet.
It's got to come in a plain cardboard box.
Yeah. Which will probably be great. A lot less sag on it.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't have like the second fan on it.
Yeah. No, you gotta buy that separately. You gotta buy the Amazon Basics GPU fan.
It comes with a hole but no fan.
I'm not joking. I'd buy that just for the aesthetics of it.
Right. Yeah. I was when I brought that up originally, I was entirely serious. I do want a Amazon Basics video card. That would be hilarious. Like if it works, bonus.
Isn't it an AIB partner? So yeah, get in touch with NVIDIA. Make it happen.
Long as it's a better story than the coolers. Because the Amazon Basic coolers, who were made by who makes 212?
Cooler Master?
Cooler Master makes the Amazon Basic ones, but they've clearly not been through any type of rigorous QA.
Yeah, that's why it's basic.
Yeah.
We have from the basic task of building it. You have to quality assure it.
Yeah, no, that one that Gamers Nexus tested, that looks exactly like the Cooler Master 103. Mm-hmm. I had one of those in 2014.
Well, that's like saying you can still use a 212 to like cool 65 watt parts all day long, man.
Yeah. 125 if you get the most recent versions with the better fan.
Mm. Yeah, that's where things get like interesting with it when you have like these 16 core desktop parts. Like Threadpooper is hot as fuck, but it's like a damn brick rectangle, man. There's a lot of surface area to suck heat off of. Okay, then.
No, I got distracted by the little quote that Mir posted about the super hot and dense soup.
Okay.
Interesting choice of word.
I mean, Jupiter doesn't exist anyway. That's all fanfic.
Yeah, sounds like someone believes in night.
We all know that the sky is just painted on.
Next, you're going to tell me the moon's round. All right. All right, let's go.
How would you throw ketchup in your soup?
That doesn't seem like... Yeah,
cheap gazpacho? Let's water it down.
You know somebody's like right now it's like has some chicken noodle and they're like... I'm going to spice it up. I like it hot.
Okay, if you like sriracha, sure. Ketchup, though?
No.
Yeah.
I've been told to my face, I don't like ketchup. It's too spicy, and they were not fucking with me.
Do they just eat gruel and mush, or like?
Yeah, probably.
Ketchup's a little too zesty.
It's a little too ethnic for my taste. Thank you very much.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, and on that high note, let's do some news. Let's talk about our spicy ketchup 47.
Mm-hmm.
The spiciest of ketchup. All right, this is recording. In 3, 2.
The news are coming right up, but before we get to them, we need to throw some proverbial ketchup onto this soup that we've been cooking this whole time.
Pedro, do you have a magnetic north?
Do you have a magnetic tomato that you can make magnetic ketchup out of?
I'm just going to say my charisma score is low enough that I don't have a magnetic
a new product
anything.
from LGC.
I mean,
Magnacto.
Is your charisma score low enough that you are a magnetic tomato? Is that it?
Dude, those people that make Sharknado are going to release like Magtato or something.
Oh no, it's the new Metallica album, Death Magnetic Tomato.
Death Magneto.
Oh man, Death Magneto sounds like it would be a cool X-Men themed album,
right?
And
it's like evil Magneto or eviler Magneto.
Yeah, I mean Magneto's not evil; he's totally justified, and we're not getting into it. Patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. If you want to listen to people talk about comics, you can go listen to Sandy's podcast. We're talking about Linux games right here. You can support this nonsense. Head on over to Patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. Get into our Discord by subbing to us on Patreon. You can also
get into our Diswar.
Our Diswar, yeah, you ninny, you smelly poo poo, but. Twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. You can sub to us as well, get into our Discord, participate with all the stuff, watch the pre super shows that we do at 7:30 on Saturday. It's an extra hour of mail server debugging and complaining about programming, but it might be the kind of thing you want to listen to. We also got that live and uncut version that we post on YouTube, but I think you can get access to it in Discord a little earlier. Are we still doing that?
Wait, live and uncut?
Yeah.
You get that if you're patron. Early.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, making sure I got that right.
There's the other YouTube channel too.
Yeah, we also do live streams. I'm doing Strange Brigade on Thursdays. You can join in. Ben's doing Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays. Get into our Discord, RSVP. Join, play some video games with us.
You Discord shell.
Yes. Well, I gotta suck someone else's dick. I gotta thank Piper, who's our newest Patreon. Gotta thank you. So,
how dare you?
Whatever sex organ you do have, I'm gonna fillet it virtually. Man, I'm digging myself a big hole.
Man.
We have a store.linuxgamecast.com. Buy some shirts. You can buy some like socks to shove in my mouth to make me close my mouth. T-shirts, tote bags, stickers, coffee cups, good stuff. We got wish zones as well.
We need to sell a shovel so that Jordan can dig himself more efficiently into that hole.
I'm sitting here like, how many stickers? What's the lethal dose on stickers?
On sticker glue, I guess it depends on the adhesive, right?
Yeah.
Right? Or like if you cover the mouth and nose, then maybe just one.
Like 2 up each nostril.
Yeah. Wish zones. Go to linuxgamecast.com. Put your mouse over the support button. You can buy us stuff that we want /need/ just throw on there for a joke. You can send us a little message with the Amazon gift that we have to read for you on the air. Yeah, if you buy Ven some stuff, you also get your name in lights. Is Blinky Wall fixed, or is that still busted?
Hell no.
All right, it's fine.
It doesn't
blinks.
blink. It's just on.
Well, actually, Pedro, they're LEDs, so if you think about
Yes,
it,
they
they're-
blink at 60 hertz. Yes. Unless they're in the UK, at which point they blink at 50 because fuck you.
And if you want to, actually either of these guys, buy something off their wish list, send them a note, and then they have to read that on the air. It's good stuff.
I do want to thank North Ranger for the 11-month Twitch resub, all the stuff that we do. Bunch of cool stuff. Give it out, early access to a bunch of things, all the podcasts, and we come back bigger, better, and sillier. Then we talk about things like, I don't know, really affordable NVIDIA GPUs.
What a steal.
That's a
I'll take
stretch.
12.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one we've been waiting for this entire time. A $600 quit laughing. Quit. Stop. $600 mid. No, they're serious. At mid-range, it's here. We should be excited about it. The RTX 4070. Look at it. It's the tower of power.
It's a tower of stuff you can't afford.
That is literally a car's worth of GPUs. All the performance of a 3070 Ti for the price of a 3070 Ti. $600 mid-range. If you haven't really got the cut of my jib, can eat a bag of dicks. But what do you think about this, Jordan? Because like NVIDIA, it really seems like they've managed to prevent like the AIB partners from putting the 30 series cards on like buy or sell, right?
We talked about this a while ago. Like NVIDIA has been definitely doing some stuff to limit overall stock to make sure that those prices remain artificially inflated. So yeah, they've and I think they've been able to pull that off long enough that they can release a card like this and be like, hey, you want this for $600? And everyone's like, not really, but I guess we don't have a better option.
You win.
Yeah.
And here's another thing, like, where is the flood? It perplexes me, like what is taking place, because all of those 30 series cards that we couldn't buy were sold. Where are they at on the used market? Like that tsunami of reasonably priced previous generation cards has just not really missed that words.
I got to imagine that all the crypto bros took those cards and are now using them to start their new AI venture. That's my guess.
I think Jensen bought them all. He did. He bought them all, put them on his ship and sunk it. He's like, yeah, right.
Oh yeah, there's like a cruise ship like sunk beneath the oceans that's full of GPUs.
Yeah,
that you can just
ships, man.
you can just dive down there and get it, James Cameron style.
I think we can all agree though. With this is 12 gigs is kind of wicked low, but I mean this surprisingly has 12 gigs. This is how beaten down we are as a society, Batman. 12 gigs is like, well, at least it's not 8.
Yeah,
and
right.
Yeah.
For that 4060, fuck.
For the 4060, the only reason like that looks remotely not even appetizing, but like it seems like reasonable when compared to the other the dark times, the recent fuck you pricing that we've experienced on the high end. $500. This is what I'm thinking. 4070, $600. So logically, just going by NVIDIA pricing, I think, what are the odds, Pedro? $500 for the 4060 Ti, it's going to be 8 gigs, and they're going to want $400, which they'll go, hey, that's $20 cheaper than the 3060. And then they're going to try to make it 6 gigs just because, hey.
I don't know if they're going to make it 6 gigs. They're probably going to go with 8 gigs for both of the 4060s, unless something else shows up that they can justify, like the 12 gig 3060. But yeah, no, it's probably going to be $500 for the 4060 Ti or the 4060 if they end up not making a 4060 Ti, which that could very well be. But yeah, looking at all of the reviews that put up graphs for the 4070, the 6800 XT is looking pretty good comparatively speaking.
Yeah,
you're getting anywhere from like 10% to 30% better rasterization performance. Of course, if you're talking about ray tracing, it's not going to perform quite as well. But in rasterization
that's ray
games,
tracing in general, though. It's just not going to perform as well.
in rasterization games, the 6800 XT for about $500, it makes the 4070 not look that good in comparison.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like in Canada, like it's gonna be 800. Like this is $600 US. That's about 810 Canadian. For that, you can get a 6800 XT with 16 gigs for like $50 to $100 less, depending on if you're good with your timing. So like shit, this is not great in terms of pro consumer move.
So what you're really trying to say is if you are not really into streaming, or if you don't have to do anything that wouldn't leverage compute along those lines, if you're just strictly into gaming, playing your video games, 1440p, 100% go with the 6800 XT. It's just a better value.
Yeah. And if you are into streaming and you need that CUDA support for compute, you're just going to be looking at NVIDIA regardless. Well,
you're stuck in that you're stuck in that garden anyways, right? Like if there isn't really an alternative to GPU. OpenCL is not that.
Let's say some of the nice things. Let's say nice things about NVIDIA. Credit where credit's due. By all reports, it uses just hardly no power at all.
Which is good, because they were causing some fires with their power draw earlier.
The 4090 reaching 600 watts is a little bit much for a single GPU.
Or Lost Ark just causing 3080 Ti's to catch fire. Yeah,
But even like one thing you can compare against, like a lot of people were comparing this against like the 3080 Ti. I'm like, no, this is more like 3070 Ti. Really, if we're going to be real honest about it, talking about rasterization performance, then something like 40, 50 watts less. Like this thing maxes out at like 200 watts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which
you could run it off of a single 8-pin.
Yeah.
Does this thing use the 8-pin though, or does it use the new?
No, it uses the standard.
Okay.
Yeah, the NVIDIA Frontier, not Frontier Edition, the Founders Edition.
The Frontier Edition.
Frontier Edition is the AMD ones. But yeah, they use the 12VH like
Final Frontier.
So,
connector.
Something I like to bring up before we get off of this topic is I brought this up a couple times. We are no longer NVIDIA's market. We're not the customers. They're not aiming for me and you and Jordan and Pedro and everybody at home. Carmack really helped put this in perspective. This is their customer base right now. The H100 GPUs are going for a little more than MSRP. They're going for $40,000 a pop on eBay. And you're like, oh no, that must be crazy scalping. No, not the MSRP for these guys are $35,000, and they are in such short supply. I won't call this scalping. Maybe on technicality, you could call it
moderate
scalping. Yeah,
it's still a scalp. Let's be real.
They're getting scalped on like that. NVIDIA can't keep enough of these in the supply channel. Thanks AI. Thanks Bard.
Thanks crypto. Thanks just all the super GPU intensive stuff that everyone needs to do now, apparently, for no reason.
So 4070 and $600. Like, I've had this thing. That's like, how much are you going to hate yourself after you buy it? That's where I'm at. NVIDIA. That's where I'm at. Like, how much are you going to hate yourself? Not if. I'm like,
I just want AMD to release a fucking mid-range card already. Just something
nice. Yeah,
I want
they've
art
been
not
writing
to
that
suck.
7900
Yeah.
and 7900
Battle
XTX
Mage
for a while.
Battle Mage not sucking too. I'll take that as well. Like,
dude. Oh man, yeah. We need something like, and like, to NVIDIA's credit, like nothing can touch that 4090. That 4090 is made out of like moon sauce and rabies, man. Like that.
They can charge whatever they want for that one because it's the fastest.
That one I get, because that thing's just unhinged in performance level and abilities to like pop power supplies. But when you get to the 70s, because I'm usually the 60s buyer, I'm like, we just do that like and get update every 3 years, maybe.
I usually go for the 70 series. Just like, that's a once every 3 or 4 years purchase. You get like a good, it's like the solid end of the price performance ratio. You're not gonna be hurting.
Top of the mid range. It was the 70 series. Cool. Yeah.
And I mean,
top of the mid range, bottom of the upper range. Yeah.
we get the new NV encode, we get the AV1 encode. So like, then you get the DLSS 3 with frame generation. So if you're focused into all that, if that is like your entire package, if you're like me and you're like, I just want some like nice, tasty compute, but I do want the AV1. Like so far, this has been the cheapest option, like realistically, with that sports CUDA, which kind of locks me into that gigasphere. I don't think even if there's a 12 gig, okay, what am I trying to say? I don't think we'll get a 4060 Ti 12 gig.
No, they learned their lesson from last time.
I think there's no crypto mining market anymore to justify that.
Well, I think they lost a lot of business when they released the 3060 12 gig. Because the 12, even their 90, 80, no, it was the 80 series cards didn't have 12 gig on the 30 series, right? It was like 10.
This is 8.
So, maybe they learned in an unfortunate way about that. But we got AMD and they're rolling out with like 12 gig, 16 gig. And
24 on their high end.
Yeah. Memory's not expensive. This is not like a very serious cost in your overall bill of materials. This is products.
But you can charge for it, man. It's not that premium.
Well, it's like that. That's why I want to crush that. Like, no, memory's no, it's not. It's nowhere near like you can tack on another 4 gigs. It's not going to really add much to the price of the card. So who knows? Anyway, let's talk about enough of this NVIDIA stuff, Pedro.
Remix.
Enough about NVIDIA. Let's talk about NVIDIA. When they announced the 40 series cards, you may remember that they also announced a couple of things like DLSS 3 and Remix. And the thing that they announced with Remix that I saw that immediately caught my attention was Morrowind. They decided to use Morrowind as a show-off of what it could do. Basically, it acts as an interposer between the GPU and the game. Instead of being just, okay, this one uses Vulkan, then Vulkan talks to the GPU, and GPU puts it up on screen. Well, this sits somewhere in the middle and allows basically the Remix software to see everything that's happening in the game and allow you to replace things in real time with the help of ray tracing. And the big news here is that Remix is now the SDK core is open source. You can go and grab it, do it yourself, and it does. It only currently supports DirectX 8 and 9, so there's some limitations there. I kind of really want everyone in the community, once they get a chance to get this working on OpenMW with, not NVIDIA. Just let everyone else play with it too.
Yeah, so the one neat thing is that it actually does use DXVK under the hood. If you look at the at the Git repo, it's like, oh yeah, here's one of the submodules that we're utilizing it. It doesn't hook into the game directly though. It hooks into your 3D editing software of choice, using something called Omniverse, and then basically just gives you a bunch of NVIDIA AI black magic to play with.
I'm not seeing the option in my Game Maker Studio. Where's that?
They have support for like 3ds Max and like Maya and a bunch of other ones. I'm not sure if they have Blender support in there. I didn't see that.
Oh.
I didn't look super hard either.
Well, you know what might show up then.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
Yeah, it probably. Yeah.
But yeah, this is really neat because it gives you a bunch of AI tools to like replace the assets and like fuck with the lighting and add all like the ray tracing, path tracing, all that stuff. So it's good for like recreating assets that you would need to in order to like create a RTX version of the game, I guess. But it's available now. You can check it out.
They even have their own Discord. Lovely.
Yeah, of course.
Now you might think, and NVIDIA's trying, man, to like some extent, because everybody like drags out like the open source drivers, they open source, play it open source now. NVIDIA's got over 300 repos on GitHub for open source software. Think about that. Like, I'm the first person to throw NVIDIA, like as we just finished throwing NVIDIA under the bus for 10 minutes straight.
But everyone likes to use that as a bit of a club, but NVIDIA themselves have open sourced the kernel modules. Not the actual drivers, but then again, neither has AMD. So
it's different somehow. You know what? I'll say this about NVIDIA: as much static as I give NVIDIA, and again, listen, no love lost, kids. they do treat Linux desktop as a first-class citizen, and they've done that.
They got it. That's what all Pixar is using. That's what all these animation
They
software.
do that. Well, they fix issues in Proton.
They do because they realize, oh, if they uncover bugs in our OpenGL and Vulkan implementations and we fix them, that means that those bugs no longer exist.
And there's one thing that I always bring up is the original Neverwinter Nights before Enhanced Edition. There was a bug with the Pascal GPUs in the first few drivers, and I went to the NVIDIA Dev Talk forums. I posted about the bug. It's like, can you get an API trace of that? I sent them the API trace. The very next driver release, it was fixed. Unlike AMD, that just closes bugs. It's like, won't fix. Well, you.
Here's the thing.
That's why you got to go to Valve for that. Right? Like,
Yeah.
You got to go for the lovely people providing and maintaining the open source stack for AMD, not AMD themselves. You go to AMD and be like, hey, man, they're like, yeah, are you installing this? You're running this particular version of this operating system, right? Like this particular point release of Ubuntu. Why? Because it's not going to work if you don't.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too because
Mesa
like
people, thank you very much.
It's so dumb too because like NVIDIA drivers, they fucking run on everything, man.
They
like,
do, right? Like they put the work in, like for the past 20 years, man. Like that run file's going to run on pretty much anything you throw at it.
The only thing with the NVIDIA drivers is the need to kill the running graphical section.
Oh yeah,
session
that's
too.
It's not great.
That need seriously, NVIDIA, find a way around that, please. That needs to not be a thing.
Call me old fashioned. I was like, I got to reboot my computer. How many days does it take to reboot it? Well, 32 seconds. It's unforgivable.
It's not about the rebooting. It's having to kill the currently running graphical session to install the fucking graphical drivers.
Control Alt F1. Oh.
No, well, I mean, it doesn't do that anymore. It used to freak out if you had the NVIDIA module loaded in memory. It would be like, oh, I can't install this.
You can
need
just
to be around level
kill
3.
Whatever desktop manager you happen to be running, like sudo systemctl stop.
It's definitely getting better, but like,
I mean, we have not be a thing.
We have GLNVD, which allows multiple OpenGL drivers to exist on a system concurrently. Why not? Anyways, let's talk about Mangoes. Yeah, there's a new version of Mango HUD out. It's that favorite overlay that you stick on your games to check all the performance stats out. They have a new version out, 0.69. Very nice. It has Nobara support now, so you Eggy fans, you can rejoice. There's an actual Nobara option in the install script. Also, it'll properly detect your 64-bit wine now, which is pretty neat. Wasn't doing that before. Some better AMD GPU metrics. Some
low
crashes.
latency.
Yep.
Low latency frame versus frame smoothing on the FPS cap.
Frame smoothing.
Smoot.
But yeah, no, it used to default to just doing the low latency one, which is good. It's very good. But if it's not, the latency is not, major concern for the game that you're playing, you can do the smooth one, which is really, really nice to see.
I mean, this is like something I always take a look at. I have this open more often than not to keep track of my frame smooching.
Smooch.
There were a bunch of OpenGL games using Zinc and some DXVK games that were crashing as well, so that's fixed as well. Always nice when your monitoring software doesn't like actively fuck up your running application. It's kind of what you want it to do.
What was one of the ones they added? Because I made a note for it. What is it? Mipmap, negative, positive values, and blurriness. You can blur textures now. Like, what's going on there?
Disable linear texture filtering, which instead of filtering the textures, just presents the pixels, so it makes everything look blocky.
The biggest retro flag. I'm going to finish this. Brace yourselves. Disables linear texture filtering. Why? It makes the textures look blocky, yo.
Apparently, Amazon Games is added to the blacklist on here as well, as is GameScope.
Welcome to your bi-monthly reminder that Amazon has games.
Yeah, sometimes you can get good free games off Amazon. Sometimes, not always, but
all right. So I think I speak for three of us. We're familiar what Minecraft is and all the Minecraft clones over the years, right?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of blockiness.
Yeah, right. You like those pretty pixel blocks and hover ships. I'm just seeing that. We're going to talk about Mind Test, and I always forget the one with the absolute dogshit community that says the other one has the dogshit community.
Yeah, I think they're both called Mind Test, to be fair. It's just that one has something else on the end.
One of them's got a fan club that just jumps in like with hate and vitriol, like, how dare you talk about them? They're really the bad guys and fuck them all. I'm like, wow, do you read what you're doing? Version 5.7.0 is out, and the big focus on this one is the graphics and performance. And you too can enable it yourself with like these 17 easy steps. I just got like, what do we do? Bunch of stuff's in here. They fixed the crosshair in Android, and that's not all. OpenGLS is now the default renderer. Bunch of things to reduce CPU server CPU use for the culling. And one thing, it's Flatpak. Huh.
You can see the downloads page for more options. They have other options.
You can build it from source. It's C++. You want that snap? Where's that snap test?
You can get PPA. They got Debian Stable. It's Arch, OpenSUSE, whatever the fuck this is.
Mageia. It's on most of this.
Oh, I can read it, Pedro. I just don't know what the fuck it is.
Isn't that like Mandriva or something? That's like the new.
Yes, it was spawned from Mandriva, or replaced Mandriva, something like that.
Hey guys, remember Mandriva Linux? Mandrake? Yeah. Damn. Blast from the past.
I don't know. This is neat. None of the Minecraft, or like maybe even looking, because I know, I think Unity was talking about earlier last week or this week, where Microsoft's finally forcing you to have a Microsoft account to play the Java edition.
Yep, you gotta merge your Minecraft and your Hotmail accounts. So, I did that a while ago. It was pretty painless.
Yeah, when they first did it, it's like, okay, I'll just do it, just get it over with. Again, Hotmail account.
Yeah, but like also I can count on like one hand the number of times I've logged into Minecraft in the past year. So
Jordan, why didn't you ever get into Minecraft? You seem to be of the age. It had to have been like a huge thing when you were a teenager, right?
Well, so Minecraft beta came out in like 08, 09, and I did buy it then. I was in college at the time, and I remember playing it with some people. Like I had some friends, and we would play Minecraft occasionally. But I think like it's one of those games where like there is sort of like a survival mechanism, but you really kind of want to have a project in mind. You want to like accomplish something within Minecraft, and I never could find that thing. So it never was able to get its hooks in me. Because I know like there are people who are like, oh, I'm gonna build like a Game Boy emulator in Minecraft, or I'm gonna like build CPUs and stuff.
Redstone.
Yeah, you can use water and sand for it as well. Like, there are all sorts of neat stuff. But like, again, sort of dependent on like you have something in mind, right? Like otherwise you're just kind of fucking around and experimenting, and I find that a little pointless. So.
Well, I had something in mind. I logged in. It was Java. I guess it still is Java.
Mm-hmm.
I did my best to draw penis by digging it up. Went up on the fucking cliff, looked at it, messed up a little bit, made some penis corrections. That was my entire Minecraft story. In and out.
Yep.
Pedro. I guess I like Minecraft for the exploration factor, especially when they started introducing like the randomly generated like abandoned mine shafts and the villages and everything else. It's like, ooh, okay, now this is actually fun to explore, and the dungeons and everything. That's when I played the most Minecraft. And then they added the Ender Dragon, which if you defeat the Ender Dragon, you get the roll the credits, you've beaten Minecraft.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped playing.
I had to take that off. I try to maintain a list to like screw with children when I'm talking to them. Minecraft is like, yeah, man, I played Minecraft. Yeah, I beat it. And then they added a way to beat it. You know, same way with like Fortnite. Like, yeah, beat Fortnite, man.
Well, the original Fortnite, not the Battle Royale one, you could beat it because it was a single player game.
I thought the only way to win Fortnite was not to play. It was like war games.
Sure.
No. All right. Well, coming up next, speaking of declaring war, we're throwing chairs at Goblin and Coin, too.
Yeah. Goblin Wars.
I'd read that. I'd watch the fuck out of that.
What am I listening to now that's pretty decent? What's it called? Oh, Mayor of Noobtown.
Mayor of Noobtown.
Yeah. It's all right if you need like I'm on book 2. I think book 2. If you just need something in that RPG vein of like motherfucker ends up on this planet where it's like RPG mechanics and you got to deal with bullshit. But like his familiar is like some demon that tried to fuck with him, but he fucked him back accidentally. So now he's stuck with him, and he's like going through his mind. He's like, this cocaine shit sounds awesome. And then he's got a homicidal badger as a pet.
Okay.
It's.
I mean, you can just say badger. They all just want to murder.
Need to replace the wick. It's starting to taste burnt.
What do? Puff on that thing when it doesn't have any juice on it?
No, it's just been in there for like a month.
Are you still using like organic wicks like a barbarian?
Yeah. It's the easiest ones to get off of Amazon.
Yeah, I use a rayon synthetic.
All right.
That shit's doesn't like to burn, and you replace your wick when you feel like it. When you need to clean your coils.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these are okay, but this one's yeah, it's been it lasts more than the disposable ones that you get with the like the packs of coils that you buy, but
So everybody want to try to guess what video game's on Jordan's floor this week? We can't see it. Boo.
What video game on my floor?
Hey, now you're covering it up. There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's the DVD?
Yeah, that's a video game. Oh, did I get the right one, or is that a different one?
You got the one.
There's another one.
Yeah.
There's another. This one is Final Fantasy 3 for the Nintendo DS.
Okay. What's the one under the table? Way back
All
there.
the way to the back.
Super Mario Brothers for the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
That was a good one, actually. I like that one.
Yeah, what else said? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. I was big on like classic games for the DS. Like I got all the remakes and stuff. I bought like all the Final Fantasy 3 and 4. They didn't do 5, which I was a little sad about. But apparently I never played 5, but apparently it sucks. So
here's the thing, man. I watched somebody watching the like gameplay and announcement trailer with the upcoming Final Fantasy.
Yeah, 15, 16?
16?
Yeah, 16.
Apparently this thing is just straight up aping Devil May Cry now. With a combat system. I'm like, you have my fucking attention.
You should also check out Stranger of Paradise, which is like a Final Fantasy 1 prequel, but it's also like Devil May Cry style, like that kind of combat.
This is like Final Fantasy, but it's with castles and medieval shit.
Yeah, like like what Final Fantasy used to be.
Oh.
Back in Final Fantasy 3. Onion boys.
Yeah, that stuff will make Cry mechanics. I'll play. There's so much stuff I need to play, man.
I still need to finish Devil May Cry 5.
That was all right. I still maintain the best fighting mechanics system was DMC. Like, I have yet to play anything that flows like that. And I'm including Bayonetta 1 on that.
Oh, and I need to do the third run of Nier, because I actually got the proper ending.
Which one?
The replicant. The one when you get all the weapons and you can actually sacrifice Nier instead of Kaine.
Oh, I started doing that one. I'm like, maybe I should go back and do that eventually, because I was like, I'm full.
Yeah, no, I got all the weapons
I did the first
on the
two.
first run.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not that person.
Yeah, I didn't even know at the time. I just, ooh, there's a weapon there, bye. Ooh, there's a weapon there, bye. and I found all the other ones. And then, yeah, when you get the choice at the end, I chose to sacrifice Nier, and then you start the third run as Kaine.
Okay.
And basically the story just kind of progresses without Nier. It still hits a lot of the same beats, but you're playing as Kaine. And then when you go to the village that most of the content got cut off from, you get the actual bit of content that was supposed to be there.
Yeah, that was the tough. I mean, it looked okay, it played okay, but they didn't fix a lot of the stuff, like clearly where the like little blocks of game were broken up to fit on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't flow well. Like the load between those two is not. It should be seamless. That could be a lot of games, Strider. Any game that you play too much, you probably will eventually get bored of it. That's a common thing. You should spend more time playing games. You'll learn this yourself.
I want to play Octopath Traveler. Ever since that was originally released for the PlayStation, it's like, that looks really good. I hope
all the HD 2D stuff looks really good. They did that with the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, so you can get them. They all look like really nice now.
Mm-hmm.
They fixed a bunch of like the weird gameplay stuff as well, so that like you can actually suplex the train.
Mm-hmm. That strangely I did know. Yes. Because somebody said that, I had to go, what the fuck are you talking about? I had to go look that up.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing I want to play right now is Last of Us, but I just not burning $60 until they get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play the shit out of that.
Right, I need to pee. I'll be right back.
I never got into Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy was the game that taught me I didn't like turn-based. That wasn't my thing.
Yeah, Final Fantasy's always been kind of weird because like it always felt like they kept with turn-based as sort of like a limitation of the form, because like Final Fantasy 6, for example, they have like an active thing where like there are turns, but like everyone's turns move at a different cadence, so there is kind of a real-time aspect to it. And of like having to manage like when stuff fires off and stuff, but like
right, but like rotating other characters, that was like that, and I was like, maybe I'll play that. But now that they've announced like this one's just gonna do away with this, is like, nope, this is just wreck shit.
I think they've been trying to get to that point for a while, but there's also people like, well, we want the old Final Fantasy, and so they've been sort of nudging the needle further and further and further, and now it's just like, okay, now we've just gone full ARPG.
Yep. Strider, I know you like to be as a fellow contrarian, but that's effectively you versus the rest of civilization on that one, bro. Like, there's not like I'll enjoy arguing with people, but like, no, not on that one. There we go, and we got one bit of hay mail. We got this. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty short review too, guys.
A little bit, yeah. There's really not much to say about it.
Strider, it's about not rewarding people who release bad ports, and like I did that with Spider-Man. And this makes you mad when you're trying to play a game, especially like if you're just playing it because and it's running bad, but you really want to play it either way. It's not a good experience. You know, if it's something that you know you should be able to run, it should run, and it's just like poorly written.
Well, especially when you can like go look at the original game and it's like, oh, this runs fine on the original platform. Why does it look like this now?
Right. It's like, you know, I can make this, I can make it look 80% as good by emulating the entirety of the PlayStation 2 cell CPU.
Yeah, and then just upscaling the textures, right? Like,
right. We're just gonna wait it out.
I'm a huge advocate of just like, yeah, don't buy games on release. I'll do it as like an emotional thing, but like they're always fucking busted these days.
I mean, I did it with God of War because I wanted to be very clear. I wanted to send a financial message to Sony of, yes, start releasing more of your first-party titles on PC.
Not like this. Not like this.
Growing pains, man. Hopefully they'll get it figured out. This is why one of the reasons like Steam Deck is so important. Like if that becomes a target, you know, even if it's on low settings, like that's still a target for
yeah, it's a hardware target.
Studios that traditionally do absolute piss poor PC ports to hit. And it goes back to what I was saying last week, man. Like, please verify. All right. Oh man, I moved all that stuff because I cleaned and dusted it in here and didn't move it back. Yeah.
Is Strider being confidently wrong? Let's find out. Netplay doesn't work. Known issues. No, seems like it does. You need to futz around with the settings a bit, but yeah, apparently according to this. Although it doesn't tell you like what the performance is like.
Oh, what?
The RPCS3 wiki for Last of Us. They're just like, here's the settings you need to tweak to like get it to run.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give you like any like you can expect performance numbers XYZ.
But I thought the authority on performance and playability had already commented on this.
Oh yeah, he's being as we've established, he's being confidently wrong.
Authoritatively incorrect.
Yeah.
My man.
When
so the frame rate
may
was exceeding
exceed 500 frames a second. Okay, sure.
I suppose it runs great then.
Yeah. Enabling VSync on a 60 hertz monitor also has the same effect, as opposed to just using like lip strangle or something. Okay. Seems like an easy workaround. In-game just means that no one has like actually completed it, but like, or no one has reported completing it in our PSCS3. But I don't know. Prove us wrong. Be like Linus Tech Tips and get through the entirety of Horizon Zero Dawn on the Steam Deck only to have the game crash at the end.
Again, yeah. Just wait 6 months. Like for me, Horizon Zero Dawn was a just wonderful experience because I didn't pick it up until we got like the initial announcement for the DX12 D whatever the fuck it is.
PKD3D?
Yeah. And like from day one and like a week after that, Joshy did something that did another performance boost. I'm like, this is fucking dope.
Voxels were real popular.
Oh, it says ES and PT, but we know what they mean when they say PT. Should say BZ.
The real PT. No, the real PT.
PTBR.
I guess we just run down in order this way, right?
Might as well, right? Like, yeah, it's gonna be
short
real quick.
and sweet.
In and out. Yeah.
No reason to pawn your tikificates. That's hard to break up, pontificate.
Pontificates?
Tiff your pun.
Pontificates.
Yeah. Doesn't flow very well.
Kate your puns.
Kate your... Yeah,
Yeah, Kate your puns. Yeah, pontificate. Yeah.
Sir, have you been drinking?
Yes, I have. PT underscore PT looks like some kind of fucked up emoji.
PT.
Right?
OG underscore PT.
Population-wise, yes, there's significantly more millions of people speaking PTBR than PTBT.
There was one install wizard that had like the language settings was like Chinese traditional simplified, and they had the UK flag, and it was English traditional and the US flag English simplified.
I can respect this. All right, let's do it, everybody. Strider, get your Amiga thing ready.
You already mentioned it pre-show.
It's not gonna stop him, man. Like,
he's got a flex, man. You gotta get warmed up. You just can't go right into, like, ninth inning, throw fastballs. Good. All right, let's see if I've got all this thing plugged in correctly now. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairquisition. Let's give it a look. See if we like it in 3, 2.
Welcome back. It's time. It's that time of the week where we take a game, we install it on several Linux distributions with some varying hardware, and then give you our feedback based on entirely on lawn chairs. 1 chair means that it's garbage. 4 chairs means it's amazing. This week, we're taking a look at Goblin and Coins 2 by Nicola Bulge. I think Bull. I don't know how I'm pronouncing this. I'm probably wrong. It's done on Game Maker Studio. You can pick it up for about $5 US. What is it? Years have passed, decades maybe. Little Goblin moved on, but all but forgot about the great coin trouble, not even realizing that a new trouble is awaiting behind the doors. Just the doors. Gotta light my fire, baby. We gotta thank the devs for sending us some keys over at Curator Connect. I guess let's get into it, Ben.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the Gobbo?
I'm feeling Pedro's pain, baby. That's what's going on right now, because baby, it's got some issues, man. All right, out of the box, it does launch. It's got that going for it. There's your check mark. Do you like 30 FPS? That's what this game's going to give you. VSync on off 30 FPS. Okay, I can live with that. What I can't live with, however, is there's no controller support under Linux. None. Doesn't happen. You want to play with the keyboard? I didn't. So that brings us to the fun part. Because I didn't play platformers with a keyboard on my Commodore 64, and I'm sure as fuck all not doing it in 2023, Brad. Not going to happen. Because this falls right into the you had one job category, and you cocked that right up. And I'm tempted to tell you, and there's my review, 1 chair, but I'm not. Because I tried playing this bad boy with a keyboard, and as Jordan's going to point out, up is jump. LOL, comma, no, period. Cracked open a copy of Proton. Behold, the X clone. Xbox One SX get tricky with the controller. Picked right up. And you know what? It's playable. You jump, you collect coins, you die due to this sloppy-ass platforming mechanics. If you're watching the video version, you can see Pedro just having a ball with them. The auto grip, absolutely frustrating, and it straight up will miss inputs when you're trying to run and jump. This just happens. This is reality you got to deal with. And I know you're getting ready. It's like, why are you doing this? Why are you playing this little game nobody's ever heard of? We play these little games like this because discovery on Steam is hard, man. And you never know. You never know. Like on the tin, you look at something like, absolute gems like Vampire Survivors, like a little 1-person indie developed game, pixels, and like who would want to play that? It's like 90 cents. You never know. So yeah, this is another retro pixel game made by a single developer, and sometimes you get the Vampire Survivors, but sometimes you get people learning how to do game dev in production. And that's the case here with Goblins and Coins too. So even at $4.99, you can just keep cruising on this. You can keep cruising on this. Like no controller support. Stuck at 30 FPS. Like, nah, get out of here with that. Jordan,
Yeah, so on Fedora 3764-bit with the R9 3900X and the GTX 1080 Ti, it does launch out of the box. And as Ben mentioned, controller support is completely borked. And as Strider mentioned, you might think, well, what if I use Steam input? Yeah, that doesn't work either. I tried disabling Steam input as well. No picky uppy. You will have to remap the inputs via Steam input to use to basically remap your keyboard presses to your controller. And even then, that's a little screwy because, as Ben mentioned, up is jump. And let's be real. We live in current year. Up is not jump. There's a fucking YouTube channel called Up is Not Jump that specifically discusses game design. Yeah, stop it. Just stop it. Also, what I find hilarious is in the options menu, there is a button for disabling the controller in case you have a steering wheel attached that is messing up your game. So I suppose this is meant to be played on a keyboard, sort of like a chip challenge type thing, like an old school like DOS or Amiga platformer. Yeah. Graphically, you got options for full screen and no, and VSync and no. The music is probably the least offensive part of this game. Yeah. Is it fun? In a word, no. I don't share Pedro's complete disdain for platformers. He's going to get into why he hates those more, but it's not my favorite genre. It's certainly not my strongest suit, but I can appreciate a well-done one. And if you're going to make a pure platformer and charge $5 for it, yeah, there's nothing wrong for that. But the thing is, though, you actually have to make a good platformer at that point. The controls, they suck, as Ben mentioned. They're not great. There's like missed inputs. You can't like run and jump at the same time. You have to stop and then jump because, again, you're expected to press the up button to jump. And that like really distracts from whatever fun you could have here. Because like Shigeru Miyamoto, he figured out how to make a good platform back in 1985. He kind of nailed it. And if you regress from that at any point, like, you're gonna have a bad time. And that's kind of it. This is just sort of bad Mario. There are upgrades and stuff. You can buy extra lives. You can get a double jump. There's like puzzles, quote unquote, to solve. But like that's kind of it. It's very minor stuff tacked on to a very poorly executed platformer. And like if you look at the devs page, because ostensibly there was a Goblin in Coin 1, he says, well, I'm making games that no one else will really play. These are the type of games that I like. So, you know, maybe this is his cup of tea, but certainly not mine. One share.
Over here on the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and the Radeon RX 6700 XE, much like Ben and Jordan already mentioned, logged at 30 FPS. Did launch out of the box. Same on the Steam Deck, but the controllers don't work. So you have to enable Steam input and set it to WASD mode for the game to be playable with a controller, or just use the keyboard. The background music sounds like the kind of music that I've created using the music editor in AVB Reloaded, because they have a little music editor built into the game. And yeah, that's about on par with this. The graphics are fairly simple. It's a shame then that when I start moving, the background scrolling at 30 FPS is blurry as all hell. It's fairly noticeable when you have a 144 hertz screen. Yeah, it's I've said it many times, and I'll say it as many as I have to. I don't like platformers for the sake of platforming anymore. It's if you're going to sell me a platformer in current year argument, you better have some I don't know, a Hollow Knight, Assault and Sanctuary, blasphemous level of credentials, because that is when I'll pay attention to your game. Platformers were all I played when I was a kid. I had a Master System too. I played Alex Kidd in Wonderland over and over and over and over. I played a lot of that. And when I first started using Linux, up until I got Neverwinter Nights working, 2D platformers were the bulk of what I played. So, yeah. And clearly, you know, Goblin and Coins 2 is the second venture for this particular developer, and thank you very much for sending us keys completely unprovoked. We did not ask the developer for keys. He decided to send us some, so thank you very much. But I don't like this genre anymore, and your game kind of keeps reminding me of why that is. Pair that with the broken controller support and the 30 FPS on a 144 hertz screen, and you get one chair.
Yeah, this thing, right. I forgot about this. If you lose all your lives, you can start the game over, or you can go through this, like, gauntlet thing and, like, get out and, like, start from where you left off. That's not a bad idea from, like, a gameplay perspective, but, like, it's
like your second chance. Pedro, would you have a different feeling if it was 31 hertz?
I'm sure if I had the deck set to, like, 30 hertz refresh, it would probably look smoother, but I usually have it at 40, and it does not look smooth at all, even at 40.
It doesn't look smooth at 60 either.
Yeah, and again, like, not even contemporaries, but you get stuff like pure platformers like Meat Boy that, like, throw this out of the water. Hell, even the one that the guy made for his daughter that had like probably better platforming mechanics than this.
Oh yes,
it did.
Princess Ruby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey man, you got to start somewhere, and like there is a certain price to doing game dev and production. So
indeed.
All right, so, hang on. Boop, boop. There.
Aha, we made it. That'll do it. Coming up next, how do I game scope? I don't know.
All the things.
Oh.
You should be able to hit a checkbox valve.
Right. It would be nice if they just shipped it with Steam.
Steam Deck. Well, they do. If you got a deck on the end of it.
Yes.
And to answer your question there, Katana, no! I lost all the continues, and then I went to the underworld.
Yeah, that's about where I got to, and I'm like, yeah, fuck this game. I did try to restart it once, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
I had to come back to it. Like I initially was like, I'm not going to put any time into this. Like, fuck this. No, I'm like, you know what? Beat the first level of the keyboard. This is my brain. He's like, challenge pissing. I'm like, fine. And then I went back and played it with Proton too, just to see what it felt like with a controller. I'm like, it's worse with a controller because it's missing inputs.
Up is still jump on controller too. It's like,
no, was it?
I don't know. Was it?
Not under Proton.
Huh. Okay.
It was mapped correct. Like the dude knew what he was doing. It just didn't work under Linux.
Interesting. Okay.
It even enabled Steam input. It's like everything uses Steam input, but it doesn't work. Doesn't matter if it's a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work.
Well, so Noctilus, the problem wasn't that Steam input wasn't working. Yeah. It was just that the inputs were not doing anything. Like the left button was not mapped to anything in game. You had to like map that to W or to A to go left or whatever.
And as somebody who's been playing games on Linux for 20 years, my days of like manually mapping shit like that.
It's a pain in the ass, yeah.
Those are done. Like, there's other games that I don't have to do that. Like, SDL.
Steam input effectively makes anti-micro pointless for games in Steam because you could just use Steam input. Or even games, you add a non-Steam game as a shortcut in Steam, and you can use Steam input for your non-Steam games. In fact, I can't remember what game it was that released on the Epic Store, and the developer said if you want to play it with a controller, add it as a shortcut, as a non-Steam game shortcut, and use Steam input to bind the keyboard to the controller. It's like that's just.
I also like you can use Steam streaming to stream non-Steam games. Just add it as a non-Steam app and picks it up. And...
It's wild.
It's not a walled garden by any means. The wall is kind of like this one plank that you can flip upwards and bring all your friends in.
I mean, this is the part of the future I like living in. Like being able to fuck around with all this. Like how far we've come. Yeah, Anti-Micro-X is like, that's a name I haven't heard. Let's take a look real quick over at vote.linuxgamecast.com. It looks like we got a tie almost. That dump truck. And both DBZ related. Penis corrections. Oh man, we got a lot of zeros here. Your vote really does count this week.
Yes.
Bad Mario.
Frame smooching.
And frame smoothing. I know someone suggested. There we go. The Dawn.
Glorified apples to origins. Filleted virtually.
Godot.
Yeah, I mean, lots. But like, Synthal, that's kind of like that's an overly broad question, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, like STL, like rewire if you're going to be using Unity.
Yep.
Yes. Because it uses SDL.
DXVK native, you know, if you're gonna be using DirectX in your game, you might as well use DXVK native as well, and that way you can just like have shit running nicely in Proton.
Oh, come on, Rohit. GCC's optional these days.
Clang, yeah.
Clang.
Yeah. Clang. Maxwell
Getting
Silverhammer.
Clang is what all the cool kids are using.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. What is it, like Bink video? I'm just thinking, I'm just reading all the bullshit.
Yeah,
like, at
the
bottom of
BNK
it.
videos.
Yeah.
Remember XCOM? That the BNK videos would just stay on screen for far longer than they had to, and if you hit, what was it, caps lock? It would
escape. Or, yeah, what? Yeah, and
Yeah,
you just could immediately go to
Yeah, at the end of the mission, you could just be like, and skip.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Clang.
Yeah, it's like if it needs to be built with GCC, I build it with GCC. If you need to build it with Clang, you need to build it with Clang, right? Like this,
Yeah.
it's
Well-
whatever. Really, like
You give me a functioning
whatever the
binary at the end
makefile
of the
calls
story.
for.
Yeah, I'm fine.
yeah. Whatever the instructions say, I should use. Really, that's. I'm sure there is some valid points to the Holy War, but as an end user, it doesn't affect me in the least.
Well, Katana did his best to explain to my dumbass like the benefits of using Ninja over just Make. I get it. I understand it now. Like, Ninja's faster for like big ass projects. But my point still stands with OBS. It don't take me no more than 30 seconds to compile OBS with CMake, dude. Like, I'm done. Alright, you got a little bit of hate mail.
Oh yeah, Valgrind. Fucking seriously. Everyone who if you need to like do memory analysis, Valgrind is kind of your best friends for a memory debugger. Yeah.
Can I use that to train my game? See, this is what I was getting to. This is why you can't have gaming on Linux, because we don't have enough trainers.
You can use the cheat engine tables.
It's not a cheat, Pedro. It's a traitor. Trainer.
It's not coffee, Goku. It's cappuccino. It's
Mouth
different.
present?
Yeah, I like their like. I just want to imagine that mouth presence is actually just. Just giving Goku a raspberry on the belly, like.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever like had an opportunity to try to use a trainer.
The furthest I've gone is like save file editors. That's usually
Like, there's been times in recent memory where I've Googled, I'm like, is there some cheat codes for this time? I just want to get over this one part. And that was always met with, like, just get good. And I'm like, damn it.
it's like, no, I don't have time. I have other shit in my life. Why am I suffering for my entertainment? This is not how it works.
I mean, the older I get, the more I understand why there's a story mode in games.
Yep.
Like, sometimes I just want to go through and interact, get the narrative.
And, you know, so like for Shadow Warrior, sometimes you just want to like mow through shit with like a fucking katana and just feel
Right.
like a complete beast.
Just power trip.
Yeah. Like people play games for different reasons. Like all the people are saying like, oh no, you're having the bad wrong fun. How dare you?
Mm-hmm. You're having fun the wrong way, so that's the wrong kind of fun.
Bad wrong fun. You must enjoy this thing exactly the way that I do, and no deviation.
What about good
Seriously,
wrong fun?
play single player games.
good-
cheat
good
as
wrong-
much as you want. Play the game the way you want to. It's
Good
fine.
wrong fun. That's we can't talk about that on Twitch. That's if you want that, onlyfans.com/LinuxGameCast for the good wrong fun. It's the LGC hot tub stream. Good wrong fun.
The first time I
It's just
finished,
a camera trained on a hot tub.
Yeah, it's just like a squirrel falls in it. It's just like
Floating on the top.
yeah, just boils.
Making soup.
First time I finished Doom 2 was with the cheats.
Damn, now I want to do that. I want to get like an industrial sized block of ramen with a
Yeah.
flavor packet and like drive by, dump that in a hot tub with some people at it.
GTA 3 with cheats, man, is a completely different game, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I just want all the tanks.
Then you get into like philosophy, like is modding cheating? No.
Mods.
Depends on the mod, but again, like, you're having, again, it goes back to the bad wrong fun, like,
Yeah, for Neverwinter Nights.
Which has an asterisk on it for single player only.
Yes.
because like what, Skyrim, there's a mod that takes out all the fucking lockpicking, right? Like,
Single player cheating is just a gateway drug to online cheating, Jordan.
yeah. or Mass Effect, where they took out all the grindy missions and you just like push a button and it does it for you and you get all the resources so that you don't have to play the stupid mini game. Yeah, like stuff like that, right? Where you can curate your experience. You can be like, oh, this annoying puzzle is like a recurring gameplay element. I don't like it. I'm just gonna shut it off.
You can be like the Hollow Knight developers. Every time they discover a new skip, if they don't like it, they will update it.
Yeah.
Just
With Neverwinter
fun.
Nights, I
What was that,
downloaded the 10x XP mod that was supposed to, just make so you would level up stupidly quickly and make the game that much easier. As it turns out, it makes the game significantly harder because the
scaling.
developers made it so it would scale to your level. So if you're, instead of being level 4 like you're supposed to be in that area, and you're level 10, you're fighting effectively boss level monsters. It's like, oh, okay. So yeah, no, good job, Bioware.
all right. We got one little bit of hate mail.
I mean, what games are you playing, Synthal? Hide the Body?
It's a funeral. It could be
Yeah.
Hitman.
Trying to like nail the priest with like, I don't know, pine cones or something. He's
No.
giving the third sermon.
It's a mourner simulator.
Yeah.
Press F to pay respects.
Yeah.
Yeah, get laid at a funeral simulator. That was
Get an
literally
achievement for that.
that was the one thing I remember from the movie Wedding Crashers is that they get kicked out of all the weddings, so then they try to go to funerals and they can't do it.
Mm. All right, let's go.
Let's do it. We got the one.
Make sure we
Frame
got
scrape.
recording. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Cool. Last segment. In 3, 2.
It's over. We're done this week. Don't worry, we'll be back. There'll be more.
Meteor
we're like
time.
We're like a bad
Meteor
rash. You
time.
can't get rid of us that easy.
So much
You can
meat.
apply some
I would
cream.
watch Meteor Time.
Epic meteor time.
Epic Meteor Time. Yeah, no.
Like would okay, like where they always have that they did the like the TV shows like different planets or like TV
Yeah.
shows to like the big aliens. Like what if there was that channel of like just watch other civilizations deal with the giant meteor?
Yeah.
like reality TV. It's just
Yeah.
watching
It-
meteors hitting planets and go.
Hold on, isn't that just straight up show me what you got?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Meteor.
But yeah, if you'd like to let us know which civilization you'd like to see wiped, hi NSA, via Meteor Strike, you can go to LinuxGameCast.com, hit
What are
the
you applying
contact
for
button.
a job?
And there's a little form you got to fill at the bottom. LGC Weekly is the topic you want to pick, or send some feedback for Ven and Jill on the Wednesday show, LWDW. There's some caveats at the top. You might want to read those. If you don't, well,
Reading's
that's
hard,
on
Pedro.
you.
Reading is difficult, and some people will just power through it, no matter how explainy you try to get with them. Like, so you're gonna write an article? Like, you contacted me about coming on the podcast. What? So you might know, or maybe you don't know, and that could be for better or for worse. I did a little video a couple of weeks ago. Was it like more than a couple of weeks ago?
It's like a month ago now.
Maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of time. This was just called, hey, GameScope with NVIDIA. Shit works now. Can play with it.
March 10th? Yeah, that's a month ago. Okay.
So that was a while ago. And somebody wrote back and like, hey, I got some questions about this GameScope stuff. And it was LinuxYard.
Yeah.
Right. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. It's been a while since I read one.
Cool.
What GPU and backend do you use? Question mark. So we can deconstruct this, but what do you think? That's my first question. Like, what do you mean by backend?
I'm guessing X or Wayland,
Oh.
judging by what he says immediately afterwards.
Coming up next, I have random issues on Fedora GNOME with a 1080 Ti. Jordan knows about those.
I do.
And an Alexa 7 X11 session.
Alexa 7 from
sometimes
Amazon.
GameScope does not start or starts, but the window is broken. I have to kill it and retry, sometimes multiple times, to get it to work. I also tried to start it in Wayland session, but it would just refuse to start. Out of anger.
That happens on 1080 Ti and Wayland. That'll do it sometimes. Yeah, so I've actually run into something similar on Fedora 38 with X11. It happens every once in a while where it started happening more with Strange Brigade, where it has like that little window that pops up where it's like, oh, do you want DX12 or Vulkan? And if you click anything outside of that, by the way, Strange Brigade, I need to run it in GameScope to get it in a windowed mode because it only likes to do full screen and like tiny window. Does that annoying shit. But yeah, if you touch anywhere with your mouse before the dialog window spawns, it just crashes. So sometimes it's a little finicky and you just like click play again and you don't touch anything and the window pops up and the game starts fine and then you never have an issue with it. So yeah, there's still some like minor stuff, but like I've never had like the window straight up be broken. That one is new. I guess it would also depend on like the game, right?
Well, if you don't put the no DRI, you got to do the mode set. And if you don't put that in your grub config, you will get sound and the game will play, but you will never get window. You're like, what the hell's going on? Oh, right, I didn't follow the instructions. But these are just our examples from Big Evil Team Green. Everything's perfectly functional in Team Red, though, isn't it, Pedro?
No.
Oh.
GameScope, it's great. When it works, it's absolutely amazing, but there are games that it just straight up doesn't work with, which doesn't seem to be the case because LinuxYard does say that sometimes it works in X. So, yeah, probably not the case. But I did find one. What was it? 4x4 Evo 2, one of the games that I managed to get working in Lutris on Friday. If I wanted to do any kind of game scope, it would just segfault immediately as soon as it started. So, yeah. Some games, it just won't work. I've had some weirdness with it not starting properly with Elden Ring. Sometimes the window pops up, sometimes it doesn't. Steam claims that the game is running, but there's no window, there's no sound, there's no nothing. It's just in limbo.
So, I mean, here's what you should do. If you do have a problem with that, post an issue. And something I do want to mention, GameScope is now officially on the Valve Software Git repo, not Loopy's personal GitHub.
Okay, that's good.
So that's been updated. If you've been looking for it, like, where did it go? That's where it go. And
you mean you don't just
considering-
Google GameScope GitHub and then click on the first link?
Considering the deck makes heavy use of GameScope, it's probably a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably a good idea. Maybe try it out. I mean, if it doesn't work, just revert back to I usually only break out GameScope currently in current year, as Jordan would say, when I have a problem with a game. Like it's not obeying me. I can't get it in a window, or I can't get it full screen, or something else.
So it doesn't give you the resolution option you want or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can get FSR.
I mean, like if you're playing on the Steam Deck, then yeah, you're fucking using it all the time. It's great.
Yeah.
It lets you do all like the at runtime tweaks, like changing the refresh rate and all that crap.
And it would be so dope, Valve, if you would just include that with Steam and let me click a checkbox.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah,
it would
just
be
make
neat
it a
if they-
dependency,
desktop,
just
yeah.
so that
I
people,
will-
if they want to, they can have that. Yeah.
I wonder if you could like integrate it into the overlay, where the overlay launches as GameScope, and then like, yeah, like I don't know, you could do something with it.
There needs to be a
You have
checkbox that just says Obey Me mode. You click that, then you select windowed full screen resolution and FSR.
Valve is full of talented software developers who can solve this problem, and I don't need
Yes.
to because they're not paying me.
Fine. Obey Me mode, checkbox. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Linux Gamecast Weekly. Thanks for showing up, hanging out with us. If you want to get in touch with me rest of the week, I'm hanging out in our Discord. That's like our Slack. It's a interesting collection of human beings. It's a real nice crew. If you're looking for that built-in, like people are going to talk about Linux and pretty much everything else you can think of, man. It gets weird sometimes, but it's always fun. It's always entertaining. At Vinstone on Twitter. At Vin on our federated timeline, mass.linuxgamecast.com. And yeah, you just add Vin in IRC or Twitch chat and it'll pop up because we got the bridge thing. Yeah.
I'm Jordan, and if you agree that Valve should give me money, head on over to Twitter and tell them that at the Burning Fool on Twitter or at Frojo at that's.linuxgamecast.com deserves a bunch of Valve money for no reason. Yeah.
I won't even ask for money. Just continue what you've been doing with the AMD RAD-V and everything else drivers, and we're good.
Make
I
Pedro a
will take
moderator.
the money. If you don't have to give the money, I will take Pedro's money, but you can keep doing that too.
Yeah. So if you are going to give us money, you can give my cut to Jordan. That's fine. It's at unaccounted for on Twitter. If you'd like to call me an idiot, that's fine. You wouldn't be the first, and something tells me you will not be the last.
Time for some credits. Wrong button.
Aha.
It's the start of the show.
Yeah, it's a time loop, man. We can't escape. Time is a flat circle, motherfuckers.
There we go. Groundhog Show. Groundhog Podcast. Every day.
Linux Groundhog Upcast. We gotta thank our advisors, Omegas, Arthurian, and we gotta thank our executive producers coming out of the black. They are Bob Ram, Scott Machode, Atomic Ass, Mike G, Drummer, Kohaku Pebble, Tomaj Hakim, and David, and our
Chicago kicks ass.
Little Nicky
Superdesto.
fans.
Empty. Glorious Egg Roll and Blasphema Mia.
Blah.
With
Sea
the
Monsters?
Monsters, Renault, Rider X, Machina, Trudgy, Veritan, Nuda, Justin, Nubbin, Darkwing, System T, Danzing Joe, Ogi1, Kyrillo, and Fute.
Death
Pedro's old
Notes.
boss.
Yeah.
Nova, Chris, Steven, Jill, Xanthros, Dodger, Gamatron, Oliver,
Person. Xanthorus Gaming.
Piper.
Dodger.
It's fine, and Stinky Dev.
Turnover.
It's a
We got the
tsunami of
chairlings,
floppy
too.
chairlings.
I
You
got
gotta love
Giovanni,
And Piper.
Joanna,
Piper's
Kronk
the
the
dude.
Lunka, Paulo, Brock, AJ, Craig, Crisp C, Simcha, Steven, Nmag, Colin, Dordigor, I can't even say it anymore.
Dordigor-
Massivoni,
Yeah,
Kresgy,
let's go.
Michael W.
Thank
back.
you. For everybody who's picked up stuff for our studio over the years, Carl, Mike, Arthur, Linux, New Aldius, Nicholas, Jean, Eshop, Gamatron, you know it, DS and Joe, and Aromatic. Dev.
We'll say your name, Beastwick. Why not? You get a shout out at the
Oh, yeah, man.
Proper shout out because you said something.
He will, that's a
And
good one.
he is the only one. If anyone else asks, they're getting banned.
No, I'm looking in the show tonight, and Jordan's like, never say list. Like, damn. Why you gotta be like that, bro?
Never.
Bad fire, everyone. We'll see you next week. Five dudes, yes, Rohit. Great show, Mike. Dangerous accusations. Hey, we did it.
We made it.
3 hours. That's not bad.
Well,
Considering the 5 hours that it's taken us in the past to do a show.
Well, now I have like exact times, so it's always weird. It's like, how long have we been live? 3 hours, 4 minutes. How long have we been recording? 3 hours, 10 minutes. Who forgot to hit the record and preview super shows? Me.
Oops.
All right.
Well, you jinxed it now, Mir.
Don't you want to buy my NFTs, you guys?
Bro.
I got a bunch of them now.
Why do you say that? Don't use that word. Say Web 3.0.
That's what. There's that section in Cloudflare, the Web3 section. I have not stuck my head in there. That little drop down has remained closed, and I don't want to venture to those lands.
You know what? I think I clicked on it and looked at it and I was like, I have no idea what any of this shit's supposed to be. Fuck this. Like, there's certain things I'll just go along with because I know it's not worth fighting, right? Like, that's a dumb thing to say, and like that one just died by itself.
No, Beastwick. Beastwick, it's not a bannable offense, although it is now. Because I don't. Well, it's like what? It's like, oh, if someone asks for a shout out at the end, we got to say their name. It's like, no, he's the only one ever. And if you ask, you get banned.
Yeah, man. In our society, that'll make you potato au gratin.
Yeah.
We won't do an after show.
Is joke.
I thought we were going to play some, like, maybe lights, camera, Quiction, but I'm like, I don't have that kind of energy anymore, man. Plus, you got to play it on Proton.
Want to do some Tux Kart? We haven't done fucking Tux Kart in a while.
It's too much work.
All right. I tried.
Also,
I tried Super Tux Kart, guys.
Hey, man. Weekend, but that has to be started before we start everything else because of Jack.
Got it. Yep. No, fair
Forget
enough,
that one rando that the game that he plays
that one
is just,
guy.
Yeah.
Super Tux Car.
Yeah,
I bet he got mad.
He waited for us. He's like, he did the bot thing of they're just like, really?
Well, he popped in, and I'm like, hey, that's cool. Dunk it. He starts talking shit in chat, and I'm like, that's it. Not only we're going to lock you out, we're going to make you, yeah, it's visible too. See, look at all the people having fun that you can't go dunk on. Like, I'm not a nice person, but I try to be to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to run into the toddlers class and like be like, whoa, fuck you all and beat you all up.
Yeah, just show up to like the grade 4 PE class and just like, it's wrestling time, motherfuckers.
Which one to use the duck-sized horse? Yeah, let's do something other than tanks.
You want to do Broforce?
We can do Broforce. Anybody want to play Broforce with us?
Let's install that.
How many people can play Broforce? Is it only 4?
I think maybe. That game needs a sequel. 4 players, yep. Okay.
Oh, has Jackbox been mentioned?
Jackbox requires setup, right?
Yes.
Right.
Air Mash, a multiplayer missile warfare browser game.
We could try Fall Guys, I guess.
Well, you see, that's like the whole thing. I'm like, well, we could play golf with your friends. And like, Jordan's like, I don't want to play that. And we go like Fall Guys, and Pedro's like, I don't want to play that. Oh.
Don't you have the game, Pedro? You're just diametrically opposed to Epic.
Yeah.
No risk of health self-harm. Okay, cool, got it.
It's the moment that Epic Online Services account became a requirement, I said, fuck you.
Cool, I stabbed myself in the leg one time, so that's why I don't play golf with your friends.
Seems a disproportionate reaction, comparatively speaking, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just play some Brute Force. If you... Valve, you've been getting, like...
Motorcycle.
No, dude, no. Big car. I'm trying to get the damn...
that is America, yes.
Vroom, vroom. Usually not this late. People go tear down the neighborhood. All right. Okay, my interface is like locked up in fucking Steam. This isn't you.
Huh.
Yeah.
The random car noises I get is I'm like right by a parking lot for like a hockey arena.
Yeah.
So we get people doing donuts in the middle of the night.
Well, at least they're having
Yes.
fun. They're not just
Yeah.
like, "Roar, listen to their," and then they immediately let off and I'm like, Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Sometimes though we're walking the dog and it's like, oh, let's not go in that direction. I don't trust their ability to control their vehicle so much. So
I have not had to kill Steam in a while. Without me going, yeah, that was on me. Killed it that time.
Oh, that's right. B or circle is not an option in this game. You gotta go to the back button and push A.
Bruh. We need Bruh Force. Bruh.
we need bra force.
That's probably a game already, man. Let's be real. All right. Let's kick over to the after shows and
Is Jill gonna be our bro?
I guess. I'm waiting for it to download at the speed of smell.
It's like what, 30 megs?
300 megs.
300.
Okay.
Which I think in polite society is still considered like insignificant.
Yeah, that's still small. Fits on a CD-ROM, I think, is sort of the small file now. I don't know. Would you say like a 4 gigabyte file is not a small file?
Depends on the type of file. If we're talking about a pure text file, 4 megabytes is big.
4 gigabytes.
Okay, that's even bigger.
No, yeah, that's why I'm saying like a 4 gigabyte file is not a small file. That is
My
that is a large
perspective
file.
is like warped. Like a 7-minute hate mail segment is 34.4 gigabytes. Steam segment's 96 gigs. News
But that's
86.
That's all like HQ recordings though. Like,
That's just video idea. Like I said, it's skewed.
yep.
Day in and day out. That's like, yeah. They're like 4 gigs. I'm like,
Yeah, it's 4 gigs is certainly not the smallest file I've seen, but I wouldn't call 4 gigs a small file.
I wouldn't necessarily take notice of it. Like, oh, this game's all right, downloading. I would use the only modifier before saying. I was like, oh, it's only 4 gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays you see a game that's under 4 gigs or around 4 gigs. Yeah, that's pretty small.
But that's also
got to do a little thing. We're gonna kick over to the after shows, so if you're listening on the live channel, we're gonna video. But if you're in Discord right now, that's where we're gonna be. Just letting you know.
Get scooched.
Boop. All right, as you were.
But also, like, a game is not just usually one file. A game is, like, several files. It's, like, the levels and the assets and the binary and all that shit. So, like, again, like, a 4 gigabyte download of, like, several files, sure. But, like, I'm talking about, like, a 4 gigabyte blob. Like, I wouldn't call it a large file. It's like a medium-sized file, a moderate file. Because, like, then you're dealing with, like, exabytes of, like, database backups. Like, those are large files.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even here in Userland,
Yeah.
petabytes are still far away.
But and again, like when you talk about petabytes, you're talking about like in collections of files. Like sure, or you can say like it's a 5 petabyte archive, but like yeah, it's containing many like smaller files, right? Like
It's like a package of many other smaller
Yeah.
files. Yes.
and not like one piece of contiguous data.
Well, yeah, DVDs, 4 gigabytes.
Well,
yeah,
what if I take
video
your one file and I turn it into a bunch of RAR files? Then how does that work?
Then you're the local video store, and I need to install a plugin in Deluge to deal with that shit.
Need
What
to
about Arch
go to
files?
Rapid Share and
ARJ.
wait 30 minutes in between each 100 megabyte download.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I found that you can just play the files fucking directly.
Oh yeah. You can like Archive Manager will just open that up and like yep.
Yeah. Like,
If it sees the R sequential numbers, it processes them.
Yeah. Then I can watch my Linux distribution.
Yes. It's very intense installation of Debian. Matt Smith, no! Don't go into Etsy mattsmith.d. Don't put your mattsmith.d into your cousin, into your niece. Don't do it.
That one person that got sued because their Ubuntu ISO tripped the SHA signature for a previously known and monitored file.
Okay.
Sorry.
So their
it's the
Linux
hash collision.
ISO, yeah, their Linux ISO was actually detected as an illegal download.
I still thought it was crazy the fucking that one hash collision thing where you can just like have PDFs that like have the same checksum that have just completely different content.
Yeah, Blu-ray got kind of crazy, man. With like how many layers? What was how many layers can you get in Blu-ray now? Like 70
4?
gigs worth? So 3 layers?
I thought 4.
Blue layers of Blu-ray.
That's a porn.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
So dual layer being the industry standard. Quadruple layer 128 gig discs are available, and triple layers are 100 gig. I'm just going based on Wikipedia. I don't know. I did a control F for layer, and this is what I found. So you like peer review my ass, motherfuckers. Just like
It's been so long since I bought a Blu-ray. Actually, it was Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan on Blu-ray.
I'm thinking. I don't think I have a Blu-ray.
I have PS4 games. Those are Blu-rays.
Right. Okay. I
Yeah.
have the one Blu-ray.
You have one.
Join online level editor versus custom campaign.
I have a campaign that's apparently 50% done. If we want to pick up from that.
I guess. Like I don't remember how to get into the game proper.
I think Steam overlay. Hold on. Let me try.
Yeah.
Host online. Game name is Game82. Password is the password.
Oh, you have one for host online?
Yeah. If you go to start. Continue campaign. If you can go up. I don't know if you. Yeah. Pick one of them, and then it gives you like the start online option.
I got the last one that we played then.
Okay. Then yeah, you can just click on that and then host online.
Game name. How do I change that? There we go.
Yeah. Aha!
Never.
So secret.
Remember the password.
There we go.
And yeah, and now that you're hosting, it just shows up in
Whoa!
overlay.
Stop. Okay. after games. There we go.
Maybe?
No, don't start.
What?
Join game.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't me, Pedro.
Oh, is that me?
That's just you, buddy, because you started the game before we all got in.
I just pushed
Press
the X button
Yep,
to join.
That doesn't. No, that starts. Because that's
Oh.
intuitive as hell, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. I'm out now.
Oh,
man.
hang on. So you guys can like join though, right?
Yeah, I can join. I'm in.
All right. So Pedro, I guess you and Joe can join. We just gotta wait. I gotta get up. I gotta get something to drink.
I'm gonna try and chop up some
I
birds
actually
with
don't
this
have the game.
helicopter. Oh, then someone
Yeah,
else.
I'm
play.
sorry. So maybe Katana? Do you have it, or Rohit? I keep meaning to buy this game.
Get
but I
to the
haven't.
chopper.
It looks like fun.
Get to the chopper. Chop, chop, chop. Bark. Chicken die. Ah! Aha! I got you. I'm gonna try and sneak up on them from behind. I can't. Or I'm. Someone else is trying to steal the rest control of the.
Yes, I was just wiggling the thing back and forth.
No! I have to murder seagulls. Ah yeah!
Caw.
Yeah. Yeah, Katana,
Oh, that was
you
the
don't
thing
have it
in
either.
Goblin and Coins. That was clearly someone making the seagull noise with their mouth.
It's probably Nicola. Mr. Bulge.
Strider's got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Strider.
I
come
thought
play.
I had played it before, but I guess not. Or it's on my other Steam account.
Yeah, I think it's on your other Steam account.
Yeah, because I
Pat-
thought I had played this before.
Patrick, you have it.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I do have it.
Foxy has it. He's not here though.
Foxy is the reason I have it.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's probably who
looking-
I got it from, too.
Yeah.
I don't see Green Snake. Who else is here? Katana. Do I see Deedlit? No, I don't see Deedlit.
Nova the Canadian. Empty's got a copy.
Empty's not here, man.
God damn it.
Like again, there's a big list of people that have it. My qualifier is are they available right fucking now?
Jesus. Okay.
You don't have to be a bro to play Broforce. They don't
Yeah.
force you to be a bro. You just
Yeah,
take the role of
Beastie.
a bro.
You can play Beastie if you have it.
I got reminded that I'm a brother recently. I had to deal with my family. And I had to talk to my sister and her boyfriend and yeah.
Oh,
So-
poor Jordan.
It's great talking with family.
Oh yeah, right.
So it's the usual password?
Of course. When have we ever changed it? Military element.
Okay. I should be joining.
I love this game. It's so fucking stupid.
It
seems
it's
like you have
actually
Jordan.
really fun.
Okay.
All right.
I'm in.
Where we go?
The levels are all numbered. I guess number 10?
Is that as high as we can go?
I don't know.
Or as low as we can go?
10 is the highest number.
What
as
is
far as-
C? Oh, covert.
So all the C ones are you can only play as one of the bros. Like you're like all Chuck Norris or you're all Rambo or you're all something.
Okay, let's play. Try to remember the controls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I assume A or cross is jump, and square or X are There you go. Press fire to join the game.
Oh, I'm HoboCop.
Oh, I'm
Will Smith.
I'm the Rocketeer.
What's our special? Oh, that. Got it. Oh, I wasted that.
Yeah. That's fine.
Oh no!
Oh,
jeez, guys.
that's shooting
All right.
missiles. All right.
I'm Robo Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What? Yeah, I got character.
it's-
I got
yeah,
character
it's
blind.
just you.
Save me, Jeebus.
Pedro, you got it.
Solo
Shoot the
Pedro.
there you go.
Go find
Really
a
tiny
spotter.
wires.
That's what I'm looking
funny.
for.
It's up. It's up. It's always
Oh,
up.
it's up. Okay.
Go.
All right. You got
No.
it.
Oh,
save.
Steve has
Save
been.
us.
You probably need help bringing groceries
All right.
in.
Ben's back.
Yeah.
He's James Bond. You got a variety of gadgets. Ben?
Oh, I died. I couldn't see the dogs.
Oh no! No!
No. Oh, he pulled it off. No.
Do an Alan. Yeah. Good Pedro.
All right. What? Wait. Oh, I gotta slide down there.
Yeah, but it's
No,
not.
no, you can just keep going left. Oh, it's just another way.
But I want to get the little. Never mind. I just realized I didn't care.
Good.
No! Oh, bring it, Cupcake. Let's go.
A conflict for the ages.
You saw nothing. These guys are shooting their own gun?
Yep.
Because you're in that general direction.
Help these days. Aw. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right. Who am I? I'm Neo now. Okay.
I am Rambo.
I have no idea who I am.
Oh, I just blew myself up. Oh well. I'm back. I'm Mr. T. I'm Pity the Fool.
I died to the dogs last time. Let's
died.
avoid the dogs.
Oh, that's you.
Hi. Damn it.
Oh.
Oh, those were
Oh.
missiles, right?
Yes. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Don't
leaking
Avo-
missiles. Yeah.
avoid those.
Is there a run button?
I think it's like Mario rules. If you hit square or X. on
The square is
Xbox.
shoot.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, let's go again. I am John McClane.
Oh, I'm Machete.
Mind the missiles.
Oh,
Oh,
my bad. Oh, I apparently died. Okay.
There's a missile shooting person. I rescued someone.
All right. You got Patrick out. Crumb.
Die missiles.
Ugh.
Okay.
It's nighttime now. You must go to sleep. Shh. Go to bed.
Well, our goal is like, how many you want to play a couple? Like, let's see if we can finish one,
Yeah.
and we're good. Hey,
That's-
it's me.
It's me. Oh, I got turkey. Oh.
Whoa. Come on, MacGruber. You got this.
All right. All right. Oh. All right.
Conan.
All right, now
Ah.
Ben's Chuck Norris.
I'm the Texas Ranger. Oh shit! Careful. There you go.
Get it.
Thanks, Ben.
I just blew up. I blew up everyone, including myself, to pave the way for the victory. You're welcome.
Area liberated.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, America.
Who am I? Who am I?
I
Who am
am
I?
Dread.
Oh, I'm Kill Bill. Oh, and I got crushed.
Uma bro
All right,
man.
no, I got Uma Broman, and now I'm the predator.
No! Whoa!
Oh, careful! Watch out!
Yeah, right?
The screen
Yeah,
shake.
quit setting
The
them off.
screen shake.
It's a little, yeah, it's a little hard to tell
someone
what's
killed
happening
me.
sometimes. Yep.
Whee! Reeful's going.
I'm rescuing you, so.
I'm not dead. So
Oh, then that's fine.
Thanks.
Then
are we just going up this because it's up?
yeah, pretty
Because
much.
it's up.
All
Yes.
right.
Wee.
Wee.
I'm not falling for that again. Damn it.
Yeah, bike
Okay,
me.
that
It is
missile's
fun,
coming
huh?
back this way.
Yeah,
I
no,
got myself
It's
deceased.
just like a
super,
bullet hell
super
game.
fucking runaway. Come on, come on,
a
Dirty Henry,
Use your specials.
Dirty Harold.
I don't even know.
B.
There you go. That was effective. Never mind.
Okay, that was a thing.
It was a teaching experience.
I'm Will
Yes.
Smith
Like
again.
a flying guillotine.
I'm Neo. Okay.
Flying guillotine.
All right. Well, I might be alive. I might not. I get.
Yeah. It's you know what? It's fine.
Did I die? I think I died. No, I'm still alive. I don't
Yeah,
know
this
where.
is one of
but-
those games,
right.
man. Just keep on playing. You never know.
Yeah.
You might be alive.
Who is it? It's
All right.
you.
Extra life. That's what I'm waiting for it to say.
Jordan can respawn. He has a life.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Where am I though?
Oh,
Is
still
the question.
around.
Nope. I died instantly.
Oh man, I got killed by.
Oh, I'm the
Now I'm
the
dead.
Highlander. Oh, there's the fucking saw blade there.
There can be
Okay.
only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
that's
Like,
what
Yeah,
killed
isn't
me.
it? It looks like a giant guillotine, kind of.
All right, I save.
that just gives you an extra life.
Oh well, I have no use of those.
Oh,
Whip it. And
I have a
shoot.
rocket launcher.
I
seems
guess I just
dangerous.
accidentally killed myself. Jeez.
Damn it! Fucking chaotic children.
Fuck.
All right.
What the?
All right. It's on me.
You got this,
killed
bro. Then what was the point of going up?
Yo,
You have to go up, otherwise you can't
Yeah,
make that jump.
I know. I was just doing some thinking out loud there.
I was just seeing if that was even an option because I was struggling with that jump. Skip all this shit.
Good luck.
You got the checkpoint.
Go Jordan. Go Jordan.
Got it. Saved.
Damn it! Why is it me? All right, fine.
All right, watch it. Watch it.
Mind the
Fuck.
saw blade.
Whoa!
What?
Yeah.
the
All right.
fuck?
Yeah. What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're just
It
coming
just
down
keeps
from the
spawning
ceiling.
them.
Yeah.
They're
The
infinite.
fucking. Oh, I got Raiden now from fucking Mortal Kombat. Amazing. Broden. Unlimited power. I can't see where I am.
Me either,
Yeah.
because people are going up too quick, and I'm like stuck.
Oh, I couldn't even see those enemies
Oh,
there.
and I died. There.
Who's
Well.
player 4? Mir.
You can do it. It's real easy.
Controller vibrates.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
inexplicably it's easier with one player because you can actually tell what the fuck is happening.
The screen isn't shaking like crazy.
Is there a way to shut that off? Camera
Simply-
shake. Oh, you can turn that. You can just fucking turn it off.
Nice.
Amazing.
Cool.
Coward.
But listen, I'm cheating in a multiplayer game, you guys.
Like, if you cut off screen shake, it should flip the screen upside down.
Isn't that
Play in
Rogue
Australia
Legacy?
mode.
Rogue Legacy fucking does that. Just go, man.
Oh, somebody's alive. Okay. Oh,
Pedro.
Player 2 got,
That's you.
it was Ven.
It's me, not Mario.
Oh. Shave me, Linda.
Get him. All right, I bonked him. Let's go.
There's a big dog.
okay.
What? Yeah, watch out for those saw blades, man. Just fuck those saw blades. Yeah, it's not worth.
Mind the
I'm
missiles.
dead.
I'm trying to.
I think there's a way to break them.
Ah,
Wait, no.
save. No,
Ah,
no save.
Save? No.
Oh.
No.
I didn't see it until after I checked.
Alright. Highlander, there can be only one!
Okay, everybody, let's just go up
Yeah,
together
yeah.
as a team.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just try it out. See what it tastes like.
Alright, y'all go ahead. Slow and steady. Oh, I died. Never mind.
Yep.
Yes.
Watch out.
Slow
Someone
and
blew
steady.
me up.
Whoa.
Alright,
You blew
then.
me up.
Oh.
Slow and steady.
Ah. Well, this gets
Oh, there's
dodgy.
an ammo crate there. The one that's spinning.
Alright, it finally died.
Whoosh.
Who we got? Patrick. The Cocketeer.
Fuck all this noise.
Yeah, just fuck that shit.
We got a checkpoint. Had a checkpoint. Oh,
You
shit.
did indeed.
Snake Broskin. Snake Foreskin.
Mind the missiles.
Okay, I gotta wait for this thing. Watch out.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite, or it's you gotta run.
Yep. It's just you. You've
Go, Ven.
Hey,
Did it!
first
Did
time.
it.
nice.
That holographic distraction actually worked out really well. I had no idea what my plan was. Like, oh, are they just gonna turn around? Amazing. Alright, who am I? I'm Indiana Jones.
Oh, I'm the boondock.
Boondock, all of them.
The
all of the
Saints.
Saints.
I'm the ducks. Ah, shit!
Well,
It's
two of
Super
them.
Meat Boy up in this
nope.
bitch. All right.
Oh, God,
Nope.
fucked.
Yeah.
Make it.
Damn it!
Shoot.
Shoot her! Shoot her! Oh, I see how you deal with those guys. Okay. Shave me, Jeebus. Relay. Ash versus Evil Dead. It's groovy.
Fuck these saws. Go save. Well,
It can still be saved. Yes.
Oh, watch out.
Okay. Say
Hey.
checkpoint. Haha.
Oh, I got exploded by a mine, I guess? I don't know.
I think I'm not playing any. Yeah, I'm not.
Shoot the bottom. Shoot the bottom. Yep. Go up.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Fish and males.
I was looking ahead, not behind.
okay.
Whoa.
Oh, we can take you can take our lives, but you can't take our freedom.
Damn. Damn.
Well, I got crushed by something.
Ah!
Ah,
Calm down. Why? Go help him.
Think there's an elevator?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's a blade.
oh, okay, I see. Go up.
I got a rocket launcher, so everything I'm doing is dicey as hell. Lovely.
You triggered the alarm.
I
That'll
think I was
teach it.
supposed to do that. Yeah, these are our bros. They give you AKs. I don't know.
How?
Oh. But they seem to be
Well, let's
allied with
fucking
us.
go, homie.
All right, let's go.
Redneck Maginot line. Steve Husband.
Okay, all that should explode.
Up.
Upsy pupsy. And... chop, chop, chop.
The screaming.
Oh, what the fuck was that? I don't know, but everything
It
died.
was super effective.
Whatever the fuck it
No,
was.
that's not a floor. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
No risky for
Previously known
bisky.
as floor.
Yeah, no risky for bisky.
Please don't be. Okay.
All right,
There's-
Pedro.
Oh, right, it's me. Cool.
Hi.
It's never me.
I think you gotta go up.
Yeah.
That seems to be a recurring theme.
Oh yeah. That's
There we
the
go.
end.
Fuck you, Mateus.
I waited for you to be on that platform. Not my fault.
Long live the king!
I am Dread again.
Oh, who am I?
I'm the bride.
I'm Leon, the professional. Okay, the professional.
I'm Blade.
I have a very questionable relationship with
You
the
mean
miner.
Wesley
Apparently.
Pipes? No.
Oh!
Oh,
Explosions.
you can kill the saw blade things, though. By the way. All right, you just gotta attack their top box.
Yeah.
I can kill the blades, or
The thing that spawns them.
there we go. So nobody try to kill the blade.
Yes. Don't. There's a
There's a
spawner
save
down there.
Yeah, I see it.
It's me. I got lightning powers again. All right. I'm gonna explosions. Stay away from explosions.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ah! No,
Fuck.
Oh!
That
wa-
bounce.
I wasn't sure what I was looking at until the very end.
Aw, failed. Mission failed.
Jump.
Fish and mailed.
Mission mailed.
Nope. Well,
nope.
that was fun.
Yeah, we all just got fucking lawnmower there. Welcome back to the lawnmower, man. Alright, I'm back. Who am I? I'm Bronan.
I like that the game's like taking pity on us. And it's giving us the fucking burger. Why are we going up?
I don't know.
Because we usually need to go up.
All right. Well, I'm
Yeah,
dead.
it doesn't look like there's anywhere to go on that side, maybe? I could be wrong. Yeah, don't attack those things. There's a,
Good luck.
I don't know.
yeah, maybe want to supporting player, maybe want to
There we
like come down a little bit, make it easier for
Okay.
your ally. Oh, it's the boss.
Oh, that's the boss.
terror
Yeah.
bot. What is love?
Oh boy. Oh.
Dun 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 dun
Baby,
dun
don't hurt me.
dun. Oh, oh fuck, I'm Death Proof Lady. Okay. Planet Terror.
Oh, wow. I'm dead.
I'm dead too.
Warm it up. Oh, dude, you had such a tight spot to kill it.
I see
Warm
the
it up.
blinkies. I run.
Cha cha, real smooth. Come on, Pedro. It's just like Dark Souls.
What the hell?
I couldn't jump.
Oh, I got Sperminator now. Okay.
Oh, I'm MacGyver again? Okay.
All right, fuck those saws.
How did I die?
I killed the saw machine at least.
We're going. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
let's head up.
Wait, don't we need to?
Yeah. Oh, I got the Men in Black Galaxy Defenders.
Watch out.
I won't let you remember.
Ladders are your friends.
Whoa!
Oh.
You got it.
Come on. Alright. We got P2.
What has love got to do with it? Got to do with it?
Come down, help! I can't see me.
Alright, I helped.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Dirty Harold. Dirty Barry. Oh, nope.
Oh!
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That
was
Jimmy.
too
All
wide
right.
of a gap.
I'm just gonna take the method
Jimmy
of
and
like
Vivi?
fuck all you guys too. I'm just gonna go my way.
No!
Watch out.
The explosives. The casualties.
I don't know.
Bing, 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 bing.
Vlad is live.
Okay, player, whoever's up top, you've lost your second player because you can't get them on the screen and they can't see what they're doing.
I was trying to get the extra life.
Oh, it's Jordan again. I know. Okay, got it.
I was. Ah! Well, that did jack shit.
What the fuck? I
Shoot,
triggered the
pew, pew.
special and I die.
That's what happens.
All right.
Just gotta grind out all the XP and then you'll be too high level for the boss to kill. Right? Or you're just looking for a
For the
spawner.
blades.
Aw.
Oh man, I'm not doing
It ran
enough
away.
damage to this thing.
Super fucking Renault, yeah. You gotta use your
Special
special
says.
powers. Yeah, well, that gives you Il Duce. Gives you a third guy.
Ah!
Yep.
Zooch.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, I am Blade.
Fourth
Okay.
time is the charm.
Positive thinking. I like that, Jill.
All right. I got rid of the knife spawner. So that's good.
Okay, let's start going up.
There's no one to save. Oh, no one's dead yet. Okay.
Yeah, it's extra life.
Okay.
I got taken out by that barrel apparently.
Right. The saw.
And
out.
I got taken out by the blade. It's all on you then.
You got this.
Yep.
All right, Predator.
The Predator.
Oh, I just got chopped in half. I don't even know what the fuck that
And
was.
it did like no damage to it.
There's another respawner down there. I think you can get
Down where?
where the boss is.
Down to the right.
Down to the right.
boss.
Past the boss.
Yeah, go down. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
There was one.
So- What happened?
What happened?
Where'd it go?
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's the strat. Just stay like lower than it, and then don't get crushed by it. I guess.
Yeah.
Avoid the missiles too.
Don't get killed to death. Got it.
Yeah. You gotta do more damage and take less damage. That's the easy way
we got to start a gaming tip line. 9.99 a minute.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this asshole because I hate him. Oh,
I am Indian the Bronze.
Okay, let's go up.
I'm
Wait, hold
Roveheart.
on.
No, why?
All right.
Should have saved that for someone more important.
So we get all the peeps. Oh fuck.
We just
So much
lost
for
them
that.
all. We lost them all in one fell swoop. What the fuck? All right. I wonder if...
That was an explosive barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Smooth dodging.
All right, no more saw blades.
Hey.
there we
Okay,
go.
Ash.
Thank you.
Ash versus Evil Ped.
I don't know. Are there any other spawners?
It usually points you towards them, so probably not. Burn those special attacks!
Oh, right. The special attack with this one is a melee attack.
Yeah, chainsaw. Chainsaw McGraw.
There you go.
It's
you keep
fucked up.
turning that. You stay turned that way, and we're good.
Yes. Bullshit.
Skill. Absolute
AI.
skill.
Love it when the AI just
Very
wakes
good.
out. We did it.
you did it. The fourth time was the charm. Huh?
Yeah, no, very good, Jill. You call that one.
All right.
All right.
We did it. We did a thing, everybody.
That was fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's chaos.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Absolute.
It's
nutter
fun to watch.
madness.
It's a fun
Yeah.
game to watch.
I like
It's
the...
It's fun to watch. I have no idea what the fuck is happening at any given moment, but it's very entertaining. It's lots of explosions, which feeds in very well to my ADHD.
Can't look away. Everything's going up.
All right. Cool, everybody. We got that. I'm just reading OBS updates. All right. I'm very interested in WebRTC because that is directly has the potential to really impact the way we do the show.
So how, like, I'm curious, how is it, like, how does it, like, structure it? Like, does OBS run, like, its own WebRTC instance and, like, we connect to it via, like, a WebSocket or something? Or...
There's a couple of different ways. I mean, you can do it. First, you can just stream WebRTC to an ingestion server.
Okay.
Or you can pull up a source and send it to somebody. And they can do that back to you as well. And it gets really easy. Like if you just want to like network a box with one camera on it or 10 boxes and have them all send you sources, like it just eliminates all the need for the NDI bullcrap. And it's
Because
WebRTC,
it's just
so it's like super low
RTMP
latency.
or whatever, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's got my attention.
Yeah, because I was very interesting in, like, WebRTC support could mean, like, many things, so...
Yeah.
Because the internet is made of cats. Well, that's going to wrap us up. Get a little post game in. I love a game that preys on our inability to cooperate or organize.
Well, it's like, can you even when like everything explodes and you're like, we're just gonna go here, and then like a razor blade just saws half your team in
That
half.
relationship
Yeah.
starts with us all going in the same direction at one time.
Yeah,
And it's downhill from there, the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
Definitely
a thing plus
bullet hell
one there. Go
platformer.
save that person there. Done.
All right, Twitch. Thanks for going, sticking with us, watching this, and do the live thing. We're going to go say our goodbyes in Discord. So, yeah.
Toodles.
Ha.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.